Welcome. How we doing? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Can you hear me? I got things kind of set back up again. Thumbs up if you can hear me. I'd love to get confirmation of that because I've messed that up before. Yes. Awesome. Thanks, guys. How's everybody doing today? Wow. Busy. What a busy last couple of days. I'm not running on very much sleep. I got cat hair flying around in here. But let me know, who's here watching? Where are you watching from? And who are you? Any new people here today? Or are we full of regulars? Which is always fun too. Let me just dive right into the chat. Oh, before I do that, just let me remind you, if you want a question answered, your best bet is if you put QQQ in front of your question. Then hopefully I won't miss it. Well, I'm not going to be able to answer them all, but I'll do my best. What's up? So anyways, yes, so let's jump in. I got a couple things to talk to you about today. Oh, look at that, Liquid Hour. Thank you very much. From Serbia. I didn't know you were in Serbia. Very good, but that deserves a super chat. I appreciate the support, Liquid Hour. Thank you very much. All right, who do we have here? Chronic Pain into Power. Nice, Garth. I forgot to mention my name. Lauren, happy scripting. This doesn't appear to be coming in order, but that's okay. That's the way it goes sometimes. I'm going to try to increase the size of this. Sorry, I'm still kind of getting set or re-established, if you will, in my regular live streaming area. I've been set up on this table behind me over here. I don't know if you can see it right there. I've been set up there for the last 2 weeks while I create a bunch of basically course videos on live streaming. And a couple days ago, I moved back here, and I think I have everything set up okay. Some things are a little bit different, but and it's warm. It's warm in here. Excuse me. Anyways, yeah, so I got some new things to talk about today. I didn't quite get everything done that I wanted to before I went live, but that's okay. We will roll with it. I have a brand new lead magnet. It's a Kickstart kit. I'm calling it the YTKK, YouTube Kickstart Kit. You can't get it yet. I have it. It's built. I just don't have the landing page and the form, all that stuff set up yet. That's next on my list. So by the end of today, I should have that ready. I can give you a little preview of what's included though. Oh, we've got another super chat this time. Here we go. Thank you. Circuits FM, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Checking in from the Midwest. I'm assuming that's in the middle of the United States, Midwest. We generally don't call that area Midwest here in Canada. We'd say out west or... But yeah, I'm assuming you're in the Midwestern United States. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Here's a question here. My Moonjaro journey. Hi, Rob. I'm Paul, London cab driver. Thank you for all your help. I have just over 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours in 8 weeks. Wow, that's phenomenal. That's awesome. Way to go. Will I be paid for advertising now? You've just applied. Okay, so yes. Well, once you're accepted into the program, I can't guarantee that you will get paid for that. Basically, when you're monetized, once you are monetized and accepted into the program, from that point on, you will earn money from views that you get, or specifically ads that are placed on your videos that are viewed from that point on. So not historically. So you won't earn retroactively. Okay, so it's important to keep posting. Keep posting new content. Don't just... Don't think of it as you've crossed the finish line, because, right? And now you can just kind of sit back and watch the money roll in. Doesn't work that way. Keep making content and, use the lessons you've learned in your first videos, which obviously are doing great, and keep making content like that. But yeah, so yeah, from the time you are from the time you are accepted into the program, and you'll be notified by YouTube once you are. But congratulations, that's awesome. Chronic Pain, how's the creating going for you? Everybody, I think that's a question for everybody. How is it going, everybody? Good? It's going well here. Escaping the Suburbs is here. Hello. The Soulful Writer, my first time here. Awesome. Welcome. First timer. That's great. Welcome. I hope you get lots of value from this. So yeah, just so you guys know, I will be here for at least 2 hours. So been here 9 minutes already. At least 2 hours, probably longer, but we'll see how it goes. I am a little bit more tired today than normal, but we'll see how it goes. Each of my past 3 weekly live streams has had higher viewership than the last. I love seeing an upward trajectory. Awesome. That's great. That's awesome. And in my experience, if you can keep up with it, in my experience, there may be some level off periods and maybe even some dips, but over a longer period of time, it does continue to trend up, or so far it has for me. A few dips here and there, but it's all good. Sophia, how you doing? Good to see you again. Canadian expat just watched Rob's latest video that we should all do live streams, so checking out what the heck he is talking about. Very good. Yeah, so, okay, so there you go, segue. I put out a video only about an hour ago. So I don't usually put videos out on Tuesdays, but it's kind of all part of this launch of this new course that I've created. I say I've created, but it's I don't consider it completed yet. So as I did last year when I came out with the Over 40 YouTube Starter course, I had basically a pre-order period. This one's going to be a little bit different because I just finished making 9 videos, and they're extra long. Like they are, I mean, one of them's 48 minutes. I think 3 or 4 of them are over 30 minutes. So they're all, it's a lot of stuff. It's over 4 hours, but I didn't cover everything I could possibly have covered about live streaming. Instead, what I did is I considered it like a beginner's course, but taking you from beginner all the way up to advanced, and showing you how to go live. So how to go live, the easiest way is the first video. Well, second video. The first video is an intro, but the next video is how to go live on your phone, and then how to go live from YouTube Studio, and then and in explaining how to do this, I shared my screen. I had over-the-shoulder camera set up. I had a side view set up. And I tried to capture everything that I was doing. And then I actually went live. I think I went live 8 times in the process of making those 9 videos. One of the videos includes 2 lives, 2 live demonstrations. And some of you may know about those because you were there. Like in every live that I did, people showed up, which was great because I needed to demonstrate how to do certain things with the viewers in the live chat. So anyways, I've done that. That's all done. Those videos are all completed and edited. I haven't actually released them. Like I have to create the landing page and stuff like that. But the thing is, what I still have left to do is hear from the people who opt into the pre-order phase at a discount. But basically, anybody who gets in now, between now and August 28th, we'll get it for a big discount, and I'll be soliciting advice from you or suggestions, recommendations. Basically, you tell me what else I should include. So, because I didn't include everything. Most of what I did was showing you how to go live on a Mac, okay? So for one example might be, you might want me to demonstrate how to do it on a Windows PC. Okay, you might want me to demonstrate how to do it with OBS as opposed to Ecamm Live or YouTube Studio, right? There's all kinds of different things that you may want me to do. So I'm going to take suggestions from you in the pre-order phase, and then I'm going to create more videos. Okay, so that's the plan. And then you will get all those videos once they're available. And I'm giving myself a month to create those. So the end of this month is when the pre-order sale finishes. And oh, by the way, on the 28th of this month, so that's a week this coming Thursday, I'm going to host a special live stream, but it's only for the people in the pre-order, right? So it's going to be through YouTube, just like this live stream, but I'm going to email them an unlisted link of an unlisted live stream. So it's not for members of the channel, it's for people who buy the pre-order. And that's going to be kind of like a meet and greet, kind of an event where I will go over, because the next morning, the first 9 videos will drop and you'll have immediate access to those. Or not immediate, the next morning. But I'll kind of go over it in that and take suggestions. Anyways, enough of that. I did create that, so I'll pop that on the screen. So as you can already tell, this live stream is a little bit different than what I've done before so far, because I'm actually trying to sell something here. So, and who knows, that might generate more ideas for videos down the line. So I figured out how to create a QR code and how to, put it on my Stream Deck as a toggle. So that's something else I can share with you guys how to do that. So anyways, Canadian expat, that's a little bit more about what that's all about. All right. Pleasantly surprised that Rob was right. Live streams feed into your regular audience participation and growth. I'm glad you're seeing that. That's awesome. That's great for you. Yeah, that's been my experience too. So congrats. Keep going. Keep going with it. Who else we got? Boat on Bob. Halstead Garage. Welcome. Encouragement Seeker. Brian Mead. Hello. Steve Brocky's in the house. How you doing, Steve? I'll join later. Just going to have dinner. Not supper. All righty. You enjoy. Brian Mead's here. Garth Oxner, who I believe is just down the street in Lucasville. Welcome, if I remember correctly. It's live stream day, absolutely. Good morning, Rob. I've been following you for a few weeks now. Thank you for all the inspiration. I am very close to pulling the trigger on my own channel. I am just nailing down a few more ideas. Awesome, great. Let us know if you need any help with how to do it, ideas, whatnot. But best of luck and enjoy. Let's see. Excited. Hi. Hello. I'm a little bit behind on the, I'm a lot behind, but here, let me type in QQQ, and we'll see what we've got here. DG Outdoors Channel. Have you ever had a video you made and struggled with while producing it? I wanted to delete it, but posted it anyways, and viewers actually liked it and responded well. I get in my own head a lot. 100%. Absolutely I do. I have problems just about every time I make a video. Right? So all the time, even today. So the video I dropped an hour ago, I filmed that this morning out in the backyard. And it took me several times to get that right. I didn't really have time to put bloopers at the end, but yeah, no, I struggle just about every time. But I've learned, and this started around a year ago, is when I first learned this. But I've learned that, yeah, done is way better than not done but trying to be perfect. So yeah, upload your video even if it's not perfect, even if you think you could have done some things better, because you can spend a ton of time on editing. Like, you can make that last weeks if you wanted to, right? Today's video for me, I edited that in about 30 minutes. So I did it. I was listening through it on high speed, trying to cut out some, mistakes and whatnot. But yeah, maybe it was a little longer than 30 minutes. That's pretty, anyway, less than an hour to edit today's. But yeah, and things could have been better. I could have put more B-roll in there, which I thought of. Like, I filmed Peanut outside on the grass. I was going to insert some of that, and I didn't. Could I have made that video better? Absolutely. But done is better than not done and trying to be perfect. Yeah, I get in my head a lot too. What computers run Streamlabs? Streamlabs. So Streamlabs is a version of OBS, and that's software you download to your computer. I believe that'll run on a Windows PC or a Mac, Streamlabs. I I believe I tried it one time quite a while ago, but I since went another direction. I can't remember if I was on my Mac at that point, which I got about a little more than 2 years ago, or if I was on my PC then. I want to say it was the PC. So I know it'll run on a PC for sure. Not 100% sure about Mac, but I think so. I know OBS is available for Mac, so there you go. Warsha, I started a hiking channel. I love hiking, but I'm a total beginner. Should my videos be vlogs or how-to guides? What kind of how-to works best? Will people still watch even if I'm not experienced? Yes. Yes, people will. You have to just, okay, so this is a question I'm getting a lot. To vlog or not to vlog? I come from the how-to camp, okay? That's how I came up through YouTube, making how-to videos. I still believe that's the fastest way to grow a channel, but that doesn't mean you can't grow a channel with vlogs. And when I say vlog, I basically mean, like, come along with me while I live my life and I'll just show you the things that I do, okay? And I know there's many more ways to vlog than that, but my thinking on that is, why would, for the most part, people don't tune into YouTube just to watch somebody else living their life. They typically, and again, this is me, so it's not everybody, but I feel like typically most people tune into YouTube to get help with things. And so that's why if you can make content that's helpful in some way, I think that would be your fastest path to growth. And I get some pushback with this because there are some people that just want to vlog their life and hope that they get a lot of people wanting to watch that. I feel like you've got to add something in order for people to want to tune into that. There's got to be something you're adding, whether it's just maybe you do have a very interesting life and people are interested in, the scenery around you or the type of truck that you drive or your motorbike or your sailboat, whatever. Where you hike. Maybe people like to, that could very well be. But I feel like if you had something of value to provide, like some helpful tips, I think that would be best. So whether it's helpful tips on hiking or on the areas where you hike or on the gear you need to bring along with you on a hike that's, say longer than 4 hours, right? Things like that. There's probably hundreds of different angles you can go. But then if you're not sure, then, in your early videos, ask your audience that. Like whoever does start showing up, just say like, this video was more or less just about me hiking and what I did and where I went and stuff. But please let me know if you'd like to see me go in a different direction, because I can show you all kinds of things from how to light a campfire to how to whatever. How early you have to get up, or I don't know. Like I don't know. But yeah, if you can try to ask questions to your audience and solicit their responses, then they can help guide you in the direction that you go with your channel. Okay, so I hope that helped, Warsha. Why the switch from PC to Mac? Well, I will say I am so glad I did. The initial reason, I think there was a bit of push from my son. I'd been a Windows user forever, for a long, long, long time. Lost my train of thought. One second, let me take a drink. And just settle down. Just relax, Rob. I needed a new computer. Was the number one thing. The one I had was starting to show its age, and I was starting to get, programs were starting to crash and stuff like that. So at the time, I was using Camtasia. I had downloaded DaVinci Resolve. I was playing with that. And Mac had, I think the year before, came out with their new M chip, their silica-based chip computers. And I had been using everything else Apple. I've had an iPhone since the 3GS. iPad, Apple Watch, so pretty much everything except for the Mac at that point. So, my biggest concern was I'm so used to the Windows computer, like I don't even know where to go to, File Manager. Where's that? So I had to go right back to the beginning. It's Finder in Apple, in Mac. And then the biggest thing it took me to get used to was honestly how to close a window. You go click that X, not in the top right like on a PC, but in the top left. Once you get past that, and also Control C, Control V, copy paste. Use that all the time in like emailing and just copying text, moving it around. That took some time getting used to with the Mac. But now that I've gone Mac, I mean, my little MacBook Pro is so much faster than my big desktop, or it was a tower gaming computer that my son helped me build a few years before that. So much faster than that. And silent, it's quiet. Like, so for live streaming like this or making videos, my MacBook, like it has a fan, but it never comes on. I only ever hear it. Let's say I'm rendering an hour-long 4K video. Sometimes then I might hear it, but I don't remember the last time I heard this fan come on. Maybe if you live in a warmer climate than I do, it might come on for you a little bit more because it comes on when it needs to come on, and that's it. But anyways, I don't know if I answered your question. Why? I mean, I was curious. I had heard Macs are better for creative type stuff like video editing is a creativity type of thing. Photoshop, I've always heard, worked the best. Premiere Pro, I always found would crash a lot, but maybe I didn't have a good enough computer. But anyways, the word I had been hearing is that on Macs, stuff hardly ever crashes. You don't have to worry about hackers near as much with MacBooks as Windows. So anyways, I made the switch. I'm so glad I did. There's nothing like having a powerhouse little MacBook Pro. The fan never comes on, and it runs everything just fine. So there you go. Why do people unsub to me so often? That's a good question. I don't know. Oh, yeah, she gave up on me. Sorry, I gotta keep rubbing my eyes. My eyes have been bugging me, and it's really, really hot here. I don't think I have the air turned on. People unsub to me all the time too. In fact, I looked it up yesterday because somebody asked this very question in one of the comments of my videos. And just so you know, in the last, I think it was 28 days, I had gained something like 5,000 subscribers, but I had lost 1,200. Okay, so I've lost 1,200 subscribers. 1,200 people have unsubscribed from my channel in the last month. You might think, oh my God, why? What am I doing wrong? It's not that at all. It's no big deal. It's natural. I mean, the longer your channel, the older your channel is, the longer your channel's been around, the more unsubscribes you're going to get just naturally. People leave YouTube, right? People leave Google. People unsubscribe. And also, another thing that people don't consider is that sometimes you get subscribed to by bot accounts that are fake. And YouTube is on that, right? They actively search for and eliminate fake accounts. And when they do, they delete them. And if they delete a fake account, then any account they had subscribed to would get deleted. So that's one of the reasons why every once in a while you'll notice like maybe a big jump down in your subscriber total because they just, they cleaned out a bunch of fake accounts. And another type would be accounts that violate terms that they end up deleting. If they had subscribed to you, that's another way that you'll lose subscribers. But it happens naturally. Like every once in a while, I'll go through my account. I haven't in over a year, but if your account is like 3 years old, then certainly most people probably at some point will go through their list of subscribed to accounts and just start deleting the ones that no longer interest you. People's interests change over time. So definitely don't take it personally when you get unsubscribes, but because it happens. Off the rocker, how you doing, Liz? Good to see you. Do you teach eCam? I am totally brand new there. Just on free at the moment, but nothing simple for me to learn. They go off into scenes, etc., and that is far beyond me at the moment. Well, I did in the course. I spent a lot of time in Ecamm in the course. I don't have an Ecamm specific set of videos made, other than, again, that course. Of the 9 videos, I'm going to save 5 of them. I'm using Ecamm. And in the first one, I do explain the difference between scenes and overlays. It's something that I can handle in a coaching call as well. But no, I love Ecamm. It's very easy. It's only available for Mac users, but I believe you are, Liz, a Mac user. But yeah, so a Windows. I know this is not your question, but for those wondering, if you use Windows, a piece of software that's similar to Ecamm Live would be vMix, VMIX. That is also software that you download to your computer. It runs on your computer and you live stream from there. Okay, so that's how vMix works. That's how Ecamm works. That's how OBS works, and OBS is available for both. When you get into services like StreamYard and Restream, those aren't software that you download. Those are basically browser-based applications that you log into and you stream to them. So if I were using StreamYard, I'd be streaming to StreamYard, and then StreamYard streams it to YouTube or Facebook or wherever, right? And will allow you to stream to multiple places if you want. Ecamm lets you stream to multiple places, but if I were to stream to 2 different locations at the same time, that will double my upload bandwidth requirement, okay? Which for me is a big deal because I should be okay. Like, I get 15 megabits per second upload bandwidth from my internet provider, and there's a little test you can run in Ecamm. It says I need 5.9. So if I were to upload to 2 places, I would need double that. So like 12. And my capacity is 15, and there could be hiccups along the way. So I'm not growing a community anywhere else other than YouTube anyway. So it's a moot point for me. Yeah, I hope that helped, Liz. Feel free to reach out, send me an email if you'd like. Rusty and Friends, I started my channel not long ago, and for a month, I'm already on 1,500 subscribers. Well done. My question is, what platform are you using for live streams? Ecamm Live is what I use. So if you're a Mac user, you might want to check that out. They do have a free version you can start with, which will allow you to stream at 720p, I believe. I think that's the way that works. There you go. Husted Garage. I have a car and garage content channel. Any advice on how to grow a channel like this? I don't really know. All I can really tell you is, in general terms, be as helpful as you can to the people you're trying to reach. And try to focus all of your content to a specific viewer. So think about who you're trying to reach. What type of person are they? And speak to them all the time, right? So that way, all of your content will resonate with that type of person, and you'll attract more of that type of people, right? So that's kind of how it works. But in terms of how to grow a channel, I'll go back to what I said a little bit earlier to a previous question, which was centered around vlogs, and that's resist the temptation just to make show and tell videos, okay? And instead just try to be helpful. Try to think of somebody else who maybe wants to set up a garage the way yours is set up, and then maybe help them in how to do that. How do you set up a garage like this? Well, you need this kind of space, and here's what where I'd put these kind of tools, and right? And speak to them that way. And in the process of doing that, you'll be showing them your garage and what's in it, obviously. But anyway, that's general help, but I hope that helps. I'm going to acknowledge Pompano Beach Vibes. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Oh, I've got to... wow, these chats coming in fast and furious. Yeah, actually, that's pretty small. Let me make that bigger. That's something else about Ecamm Live. You can kind of do that on the fly, make things bigger like that. And I'm going to remove those window controls. Perfect. So take the sage advice from Rob and start your YouTube channel now. My excuse was an iPhone 11, and Rob said good enough with 4K. Absolutely. Never look back and grown this channel from 0 to 66 subs in 5 months. Way to go. Keep at it, bud. You'll get it. You're doing awesome. Yeah, iPhone 11 is just fine. I think you can go all the way back to iPhone 8 and you'd still get 4K videos. You know, the camera is not as good in those older phones, even though it's 4K. But if you have decent lighting, you can make any camera look really good. Okay. So yeah, awesome. Thank you very much, and congrats to you. A. Ayers, quick question: current shorts or videos? I vote videos, not shorts. Although I'm going to do some shorts this week. But yeah, actually, the right answer there is whichever you prefer. But focus on one, not both, because they are two different things. Being successful in the long-form video game is a completely different thing than being successful in shorts. Different audiences, right? So you don't need both on your channel, but you can have both. Having both is not going to hurt your channel. I've heard that one before. Some people have told me there are videos out there that says, stop putting shorts on your channel if your focus is long-form videos because it's going to hurt your channel growth. That's nonsense. It's not going to hurt your channel growth. The only way it might indirectly hurt your channel growth is that you're taking time away from making your long-form videos to make shorts. That's it, right? So, yeah, there you go. That's my advice there. Personally, my focus is long-form videos. I think it's a lot easier to grow a channel that way, and it's just who I am. Like I would struggle. I struggle making short videos where I want to get my point across in under a minute. Like that's hard for me. I don't talk that fast. So all about the alternative. Use shorts to advertise your regular videos. You can do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've done that. I more think of it as branding. Like, if somebody normally watches long form videos and they're subscribed to me, or even if they're not, but they watch the same type of content that I make, I may show up in their shorts when they are, relaxing in front of the TV instead of on their computer watching long form videos. And, so who knows? You might get some crossover subscribers that way. In my experience, you don't get a lot, because again, like if I'm watching shorts, I'm not in the mode of, oh, I think I'd like to see 10 minutes of this guy, not just the 30 seconds I just saw. So I think I'm going to click and subscribe so I can watch his 10-minute videos later. That never happens with me, maybe with somebody else. But yeah, there you go. Let me type in those cues again and see what else we have for questions. Okay, I answered that one. Ray Naturel, my perfectionism makes producing videos very arduous. I'm trying to be more authentic in my videos. How do I restart making videos with no script when I fear the quality won't be consistent? Valid concern. That's a valid concern. But what's the worst that can happen? Really is what you need to ask yourself. If you make a video that flops, that's not going to negatively affect your channel. It just means that video won't do well. Next. Move on to the next one. So that's the worst that can happen. It's not going to drag your other videos down. Every video stands on its own in terms of how well it performs. Okay. Now, if you have a really good performing video, that could help lift up your other videos on your channel, only because any new subscribers you get might then go check out your other videos on your channel. But if a video flops and doesn't do well, that doesn't mean people are going to see that and say, oh, I'm going to go through and unsubscribe to this person. It doesn't work that way. So that's the worst that can happen. It flops, you move on to the next. So now I'll ask you, what's the best thing that could happen if you give it a shot, even if you don't do very well? Well, you could be very pleasantly surprised at how well it could work out. I'm not saying it will, but it might. And I'll tell you that it did for me. The first time I made a complete video just talking to the camera. Didn't put any B-roll in it. I added text every once in a while. But, you know, I filmed that one evening a year ago, and at the end of it, I thought, wow, that was hard, because it took me a half hour of false takes before I actually was happy with the intro, and I kept going. But even then, by the end of it, I was like, wow, okay, yeah, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Anyways, it's still my best performing video ever, by far. I think at the time, I think I had one video that had over 15,000 views at that time. And it was by far my best video. I had a few others that were in the low thousands. But like in a week, this one that I'm telling you about was close to 200,000 views, and now it's getting close to 500,000. So, you know, again, not saying it's going to happen to you, but I'm just saying that when I finished that video, I was not confident that I did well enough. But what ended up happening is I learned that even if it's not perfect, that's okay. People aren't looking for perfect, and I found that out too. A lot of the comments I got for that video was that, Rob, you were so relatable. Like, you were tripping over your words, and I felt that because I do that too. You know, good on you for posting that, because I'm scared. My video is going to look like yours, and I'm scared to post it, but good on you for doing it. And yeah, so these are the comments I was getting. And so, Ray, do it. Do it. Worst that can happen is it flops. Best case scenario is it does well. But even if it doesn't do well, you will have gained experience by doing it. So then do it again. And do it again. And every time you make a video like that, you will be better at it. Every time. A weird one. Have you ever heard of an unexpected surge of views and traffic source indicates 97% traffic from YouTube advertising, but I never did a YouTube promotion? I'm stumped by this mystery. No. No, I have never heard of that. That is strange. I have had an unexpected surge of traffic to a video, which kind of stumped me. I don't know why it happened, and I still don't know why. But in that case, it was all from a specific country that wasn't one of the normal countries that people watch my videos from. And also, they clicked. You know, I got like 30,000 views on a video that still, that's way more than half of the views on it. And I got those views in like 2 hours. And this is a video that's been up for months. But the watch time was hardly affected at all. So it was just a whole bunch of clicks in and left immediately. So, and it's still there. I figured it was a glitch or bots or something that YouTube would clean up later, but they still haven't. It's still there. So yeah, no, some things we can't explain. What do you mean by landing page? Okay, so a landing page is simply when you click a link. Like, so for example, this pre-order special I'm running now with this new course that I've just put out. If you click, there's a link in my description below that if you click that, that'll take you to a web page where you can place an order. That web page you land on is the landing page. Okay, so I believe I was talking about landing pages when I was talking about the freebie that I've created, and I can show that to you right here. This here. So I built it in Canva. It's a PDF, 16 pages long, and it's something you're going to be able to download for free. So basically what you have to do, so I use Kajabi, but other people might use MailChimp or something else as their email list building platform. So I'm going to upload that to Google Drive, okay, because I use Google Drive. I could also upload it to Kajabi or MailChimp or whatever, right? And then I want to create a landing page that basically has a picture of that and maybe a little bit of text that when somebody... below the text would be a little form, name and email and a button. Okay? So for example, let me just go to, let me go here. So here's the description. Actually, no. The best way for me to do that is to go to my page. Let's click on this video.
A little more than a year ago.
Stop that. So there's the video I just put out this morning. And then down here in the description, pre-order the Live Streaming Made Easy program. So this link, if you click that, there's a landing page. Okay, there's a landing page that talks about the course. It's very short. I don't have any other menu links to go further into my website because my website's a mess right now. And that's pretty much all it is. So that's the landing page. Okay, so that's one example. Another one would be the YouTube stats tracker that I give away for free. If you want that, you click here. It takes you to another landing page. Okay, this is a different type of landing page. It just has a form submit, right? Name, email, submit, right? And then a little bit about me. And then what happens is when you submit that, you will then get an email automatically with a download link to download this free thing. So the reason why you would do this with landing pages like this is you want to capture people's email addresses who are interested in your free stuff for in the future. If you have something maybe that's not free or even something else that's free that you want to offer them, you can send them an email. Okay, so that is the way that works. So yeah, those are two examples. I've got other ones, the over 40 YouTube success checklist. Here's another landing page that I created, very similar to the last one, right? So anyway, that's what a landing page is. Hope that helps. Let's see. Mariella, any advice on mirror streaming using back camera? Mine has no sound. Yours has no sound. Okay, so that sounds like two things. I don't know why you wouldn't have any sound. You'd have to check your settings and do a test stream first. Mirroring, I know if you live stream from your phone, using the YouTube app, okay, you can do that with your phone. If you do that from the YouTube app, you typically are going to be looking at the selfie screen, okay? If you want to be able to see the live chat, right? Because if you use the rear camera, obviously you're not going to be able to see the live chat that's coming up here, okay? So in that case, what you can do is you can get an iPad, right, and get your live chat that way. But regardless, if you're live streaming from your phone, it gets mirrored, right? Like your image is mirrored. The only way I've found to get around that is to use another app. And the one that I used was Prism Live. Okay, so I've gone live with Prism Live. It has a setting where you can unmirror the mirroring. The reason it mirrors too is because typically when you're looking at the selfie screen, right? If I want to reach over here, I want the hand, like you want it to look like what you see when you look in a mirror, if that makes sense. Because otherwise, if I reached over this way on the screen, my hand would be reaching the other way, and it's just hard for your head to kind of understand what's going on. Not a big deal if you use the rear camera, but still, if you stream directly from YouTube, you don't, for some reason, you don't have that option to unmirror it. So, just something I've learned. Do you delete your videos after you post it to save storage? I'm running out of storage on my phone and iPad. Absolutely. If you're filming on your phone, yeah. So the video I just made today, I filmed with my phone outside. I haven't deleted it off my phone yet, but I'm going to today, right? Usually what I do is when I've finished a project, so when I film on my phone, I transfer the files from my phone to my computer, I edit them on my computer, and then I will, render the video, okay? The next time I go to film a video outside, if I hadn't deleted the previous project from my phone, I'll delete it then. Okay, I never keep a copy on my phone. Now, on the computer side of it, and actually, I'm going to be making a video on this Thursday, on storage and backup and all of that, because it's a huge deal for content creators. Video files are huge. So I can't leave them on my computer either, right? Because eventually the computer fills up. I only have, right now, I think I have maybe my last 4 or 5 videos on my computer, because every couple of weeks I will move them off my computer onto, a hard drive that's outside the computer. I use a NAS, but you can use any attached hard drive. And then you want to back that one up, right? So, and then, yeah, if you want to save copies of your videos, which I recommend you do. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely don't leave them on your iPad or your phone. You will fill those up so fast. Hey, Rob, are live streams on YouTube like lost leaders in the retail world? No, not, well, okay, so for those who don't know, a lost leader would be, let's say you go into a Walmart and they're selling bananas for a penny. They're not making any money, they're losing money. But if they advertise that, that might bring people into the store. Oh, I'm going to get a bunch of bananas. There's probably a limit on how many you can get for a penny. And I say a penny, that's ridiculous. It's not going to be that cheap. But anyways, while you're there, oh, you might as well get some bread, you might as well get some eggs, some milk, and blah, blah, blah. And before you know it, adding everything together, Walmart still made money off you. Okay, even though just on bananas they might have lost. That's a lost leader. Are live streams lost leaders in the retail world? I would say no. Because, no, it's not the same thing at all. It's not a service I'm selling. Yes, I would agree that the ad revenue I get from live streams is a lot lower than what I get from videos. And that's only because when it's because I do weekly live streams. So every week when I do a new one, there's not that many people that go back and watch older ones. Some, but not a lot. Live stream videos aren't generally videos that will go viral, right? So if you look at it just that way, I suppose, right? They don't make as much money that way, but the connections you make with your viewers is invaluable, incalculable. Because I've gotten so many new subscribers to my channel through live streams. It's crazy. And I might not even be able to, I'm not talking about going into YouTube Studio and actually sorting by where did my subscribers come from. No, it's more, it's live streams where you're able to chat with your viewers in near real time. Now, it's a little bit harder when I'm running about 30 minutes behind on the chat here, right? But your viewers will appreciate it. If you make yourself available to your viewers in the form of a live stream where you're just there taking questions, especially when you start out, you're able to answer all the questions. Like I'm able to answer all the questions when I do my Doc Party lives for channel members because there's so few there. So it's basically like one-on-one access, or 5-10 minutes would be the longest you'd have to wait. So that's great. And if people are really liking your videos and liking you, then again, you make yourself available to them in a live stream where they can actually chat with you. I love that. So that's one way. So it builds loyalty, it builds trust with your viewers, and it becomes a way for you to talk about your channel and the content you make. You might learn that your viewers want you to make something else video-wise in your live streams, and that could, change the direction of your channel. So, I like to use the analogy, 1 + 1 = 3. Like you put two things together, you're going to get more than the sum. It's like, live streaming and videos. You combine those two things, 1 + 1 = 4 or 5. Like you can really grow your channel so much faster by adding live streams because you're being extra helpful. So anyway, I wouldn't call it a lost leader myself. Question from Steph. I've only had less than 10 views on my latest videos and have been publishing 2 times a week. How long until I need to rethink about my niche? I don't think I would let the number of views you get change your mind in terms of your niche. You want to pick a niche that you're passionate about. Okay, you do want to talk. You don't just want to switch to a niche that you think you might be more successful in because you think maybe it's more popular. That's not usually the problem. Usually it's just that you just have to get better at making videos. without having seen any of your videos. It's just, we all start from a place where we're just not good at making videos. And when I say that, I mean videos that people want to watch. Okay? Maybe we get better at editing videos, and that's great. We get better at the editing over time. But that's not necessarily what people want to watch. And that's the trick. Figuring out what your audience wants to watch and then making those videos. And then making them in a way that people will continue to watch them. Like delivering that intro really quick in the beginning. Like don't waste time telling people who you are in the beginning. An introduction doesn't mean introduce yourself to the world. You can save that for the end of the video. The beginning of the video, I feel like, should be you just starting getting. You don't even have to say, in this video I'm going to delete all that and just start with, instead of, in this video I'm going to teach you how to live stream. Instead of that, I would just say, I don't know, here's how you live stream. Or to live stream, do this, 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 and this. You're getting right into it. Okay? And yeah, so what do we got going on here? There we go. Doing a little maintenance there. Yeah, so I don't know if that helps. Focus your time on making another video. Try to think about what else your audience would like to hear from you. And you can use YouTube. You can search YouTube in your niche for other topics maybe that other creators in your niche have covered that maybe you notice they're doing well with them. Maybe do a topic like that that's been done, but do it with your own spin. Okay, that's that would be where my focus is. Now, if you're tired of your niche and you just want to do something different, then you probably don't want to pivot your channel. You probably want to start a new channel. Okay, unless the new topic is something your existing audience would also be interested in. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time starting that up. Yes, that Belgian guy, spammer, I put him in timeout. Chewing up bandwidth in the live chat. All right, what else we got here? DG Outdoors channel just became a member. Welcome. Join in on the fun. Join in on all the fun. Yes, next Wednesday is the next dock party, so I hope to see you there. And we've got Lori Sutton with a super chat. Thank you so much, Lori. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thanks to you, I am close to starting my channel. Can you talk about your course? Interested in learning more? I can. What's the best way for me to do that? So I admittedly don't have very much online to show you. But what I can do is, you know what the best thing for me to do probably is to bring my Finder window down here. And I will show it to you in a second. Well, like right now, I mean. All right, so here's my Finder window of my Mac. So these are the 9 core. Actually, let me do something else here. If I go, yeah, I can bring that down too. I'll put that off to the side. And this here. Okay, so yeah, if you notice, I have the QR code on the screen. So I just figured out how to do that today. And in fact, I'm going to make a video on how to do that. You can do that yourself in Canva, believe it or not. So yeah, for those who want to use their phone and, use their camera app to scan that QR code, that'll open up this landing page you're seeing right here. Okay, so, and then, yeah, that, you click here and that'll take you to the order page. But, maybe you don't want to, what is it? So what it is, I've got 9 videos done so far. I will have 10 by the time these are available. I've got an intro to live streaming, so I can go through this and I can just kind of show you really quick what the video looks like, what one of the course videos looks like. Intro to live streaming. So there it is.
Welcome to the first video of the Beginner's Guide to Live Streaming. My name is Rob the Maritimer, and I've put this mini course.
Okay, I'm not going to bore you with all that, but just kind of scrolling through it. Okay, that's all this one is. It's just the intro talking about what's in there. But then I actually get into like going live from your phone. And if I show you that video, my videos are opening up on another monitor. Sorry about that. So here is the next one, and I talk about going live on your phone. Okay, and I demonstrate how I do it. Okay, and then I get into YouTube Studio, Ecamm Live, what else? Add a dock and Ecamm Live, Stream Deck, add iPhone as a webcam, create an intro, Canva overlay. This is one thing that you guys might be interested in. Well, that one looks brighter than the others. But in this one, this one's 35 minutes long, and in this one, I show how I make my, there you go, how I make my Super Chat animations. Okay, and then I bring it in to Ecamm, and I put it on the Stream Deck. Okay, so I walk through everything I do on how to do that. Video 9 is final thoughts. I also go live in these. So you guys are getting a sneak peek of the base videos of this course. There are going to be more videos. So now at this point I've got a second monitor, I've got the audio interface, a microphone up here, the Stream Deck, and a couple of different angles. Like it gets kind of like, listen to this, a little bit complex.
Some people to join this. I'm hoping people will join. I'm pretty sure people will. People have been joining my live streams lately because I want to show you a couple things in the chat. Okay, so let's wait for some.
Okay, and then the chat starts.
So if I'm just gonna click another one here, Tanya.
And then I go back and forth. So what I did is after I did those test live streams, I then captured my screen while I played it on YouTube. And then that screen capture, I put that in the video. And that's what you're looking at here. This is basically, I went back and then I synced it to my video, right? The screen capture of the live that you people would have seen, like the viewers would have seen, okay? With the live chat on the side and things like that.
There you go. So I have currently one moderator, so I've been kind of bad with.
Anyway, so anyway, getting back to what this pre-order is all about. I hit the intro button by mistake. Yeah, so this pre-order, actually no, I should keep it on the screen here. This pre-order, the reason for this is because it's not quite ready. I want to give people a chance to have their say in how I complete the course. I've got it as complete as I originally intended, okay? But I know there are some other things that perhaps some people might have wanted me to include. And I'm going to give you a chance to tell me what those things are so that I can then make those videos and add them to the course, okay? That's why with this pre-order time frame, until next Thursday. Next Thursday is when I'm going to have a special event. It's a special live stream that I'm going to run through YouTube. It's not going to be a members-only live stream. It's not going to be a public live stream. It's going to be an unlisted live stream. And the only way to get access to that is if I send you the link. Okay, so anybody who does this pre-order, I'm going to send them the link to that unlisted live stream next Thursday. So I'll send it to you before that, probably a couple times in emails. I'm still working on the whole email delivery system for that, but it's all, I just have to build it. For now, if you pre-order, your name is going into a waiting list that I will then email you. Okay. In that event, it's going to be me and whoever pre-ordered, okay? And we'll go over what I just did in more detail, like what's all included. There's another intro video that I still need to make, a landing page video I want to make, which is not, so this landing page you're looking at right here, I initially wanted there to be a video on this of me saying, hey, are you interested in this? Blah, 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 whatever. So I'm probably going to make that between now and then as well. And then, yeah, we'll go through it. And what else? And I'll be taking questions from whoever, just like I am now, but it'll be a smaller group, right? And then, so the idea is the very next morning, next Friday, is when I'm going to launch this. Obviously not with any suggested videos that you ask for. But you might say, well, what if I haven't seen your first 9 videos, how do I know what else, I might want you to include? Well, I'm going to go through what the first 9 are in greater detail than I did just now. So you'll have a better understanding. And also, I'm then giving myself a month. I'm giving myself until the end of September. So October 1st is when I'm actually going to officially launch this course with all of the additional bonus videos added to it. Okay, that's going to be an early access period from basically August 29th to the end of September. Yeah, and I'm going to be, So in that period of time, you guys can watch. Those who pre-order can watch the videos and then send me suggestions, right? And there'll be a form or an email. I don't know exactly how I'll do that. I've got a week and a half before I have to have that set up and working. All right, so yeah, you get access to the course. Going to be released the very next morning. The private live Q&A on August 28th. That's what basically I just talked about. And you're going to help shape the final course. And also the special launch price is $197 right now. This is going to be $497 when it finally settles down. The other thing that is included in this that I list down here, it's not just you buy a course, you're on your own. Okay? There's going to be 6 monthly live streams for the people who buy the course. Call it group coaching, if you will, where again, these will be unlisted live streams, basically, that you can participate in and ask me questions, and I'll be available to you. Okay, so there's going to be 6 of those. So basically, support for 6 months is included in that as well. So anyway, I hope that helps explain things a little bit better. I'll be talking about it a little bit more. You may see some more content from me over the next week and a half about this before I get back into my regular. Well, actually, having said that, no. My next video is going to be that storage and backup video that I promised you last week. And I'm aiming for Thursday to have that one ready. All right, so what else we got here? We have another super chat, or is this a super thanks? Marius Matu, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Let me just display it here. I appreciate that. Oh, and you have a question. What's the best free streaming app that is also stable other than OBS and Streamlabs? And where do I get ideas for videos and lives? Well, I would have said OBS. That is probably the most widely used free streaming platform that I know of. Anything else you're going to pay something for. Now, StreamYard has a free plan you can start with. Ecamm Live has a free plan you can start with. And when I say start with, there's probably, I forget what they actually do to it to allow them to make it free. One is I think you can only stream at 720p resolution, whereas I'm streaming at 1080p right here. So there's that, and probably a logo as well would be somewhere on the screen, whether it's StreamYard or Ecamm or whatever. So they both have free versions. You said you didn't want me to mention OBS, so I won't, even though that's the one I would normally mention. Heartily Happy, how you doing? Good to see you. Question, where should I edit videos? Where? In your office? Sorry, bad joke. So I use Camtasia. That's my favorite. Camtasia is my favorite, but you could use iMovie. That's a free one. CapCut, Descript, some other ones. Steve, what's your thought process when coming up with your titles and thumbnails? My thought process kind of has evolved over time. So usually I have a pretty good idea what I want for a title. I start with the idea, video idea first, then I think title, and then I just go to ChatGPT and kind of hash it out with them. I'll say that my video is going to be about this. Here's a working title I've got for now. Can you help me make it better? And I'll go back and forth a few times with them, quite honestly, before we settle on it. And that's pretty much all I do for titles now. And then for the thumbnail, I always take a screenshot from my video as a thumbnail, and I bring that into Canva, and then I'll add text. As for the text I put on it, I go back to ChatGPT and I'll say, here's my title, and I'll even describe. My thumbnail is going to be a picture of me, a screenshot of me from the video. I'm smiling or I'm frowning or whatever. Help me with thumbnail text. And it will. And you could even say something like, I want it to I want it to have a high click-through rate, high CTR. Give me examples of text I can put on this thumbnail for this title that would have a high CTR, and it'll give me choices, and I'll pick one. Or sometimes I'll pick two, and then I will A/B test them. So there you go, Steve. That's what I do. And we got another super chat. Thank you, Marius. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. What subscriptions do you pay as a content creator? Okay, there's several. So Ecamm Live, I pay for that. The pro version, because I want it to integrate with Zoom. I use Zoom for my coaching calls. I pay for Zoom. I don't just use the free one because I host calls that are longer than whatever their minimum was. I think it was 40 minutes, and I host 50-minute Zoom calls. So I pay for that. Camtasia is an annual subscription that I pay for my video editing software. Canva Pro, I pay for that. Epidemic Sound, actually no, not now. I'm an affiliate of Epidemic Sound, and I'm earning because people are clicking my link and signing up to Epidemic Sound. So thank you for that, and I hope you enjoy it. But because of that, I'm earning enough through that I don't pay for Epidemic Sound anymore. But I was a paying subscriber of Epidemic Sound. What else? ChatGPT, I pay for that because I ask it a lot of questions, and it's worth it. It's so worth it. I think that's all I can think about right now. Google Drive. So, yeah, I pay for Google Drive for extra space on Google Drive. I think that probably covers it. I might have missed something. I did the 6-second face video to tick the final box on my channel feature level a while ago, but it still says conditions are met instead of in use. Do I need to do something more or just wait? You could reach out to them. I'm not sure. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. If you feel like you've waited long enough, then maybe reach out to them is what I would do. All right, let me see what other question. I'm going to take a quick drink right now. Okay, where did I? There we go. I'm going to make this bigger again. I can't. Plus, plus, plus. I have my monitor setting wrong, so my text is all really, really small. Warsha, is it okay to make how-to videos as a beginner? I'm new to hiking, but passionate about starting a channel. That's why. Absolutely, you can. Yeah, you can make how-to videos as a beginner. Just say you're a beginner though, and that's fine. right? You don't have to be an expert in anything to make how-to videos. You just have to be a step or two ahead of the people you're making videos for. So if you're just starting out hiking, maybe there's people out there who are thinking about starting out hiking. So make videos for them. So yeah, you definitely don't have to be an expert. Hey Riva, how are you? Good to see you. I'm just getting off work and tuning in right now. Hope you are well. I am, thank you very much. I hope you're well too. Should we be worried as small, genuine creators about being overtaken by the massive amounts of AI slop videos? No, absolutely not. I don't think so. I think that's an opportunity for us, actually. Those of us who are going to make videos, of ourselves, real videos, not AI generated, right? Using your personality, right? Because people are craving that. People, and the more videos like that you make, the better you'll get at making them. So, in my experience, the people that I talk to they don't just go to YouTube for the information. They're also looking for the information from people they can relate to, if that makes sense. Okay, it's not everybody, but a lot of people, like, the things that I talk about in my videos, other people talk about these things too. I'm not the only one, right? So why do people watch me versus other people? I can't really answer that. Each individual would have to answer that for themselves. Some people would just rather listen to or watch me than somebody else. Other people may rather watch somebody else than watch me. Everybody has an audience out there. You just have to find it. So, but AI, I'm getting a lot of people telling me that they don't want to watch AI slop videos. There's not going to be a massive amount of AI slop videos. YouTube is cleaning that up. and when you say AI slop, when I hear that term, I think about the videos that are mass produced, with templates and using AI to mass produce basically fake videos. A lot of people are going through Reddit and turning Reddit comments or stories into videos, just using AI, and they're able to do it really, really fast. Well, YouTube is not going to have it. They are clamping down on that type of activity and demonetizing channels that do that. Okay, so it's in YouTube's best interest to keep that under control and to keep their content creators happy, because if the content creators are happy, the ones making real content, then advertisers are going to be happier because that's what people want to watch. Okay, so I'm not worried about that at all. I think it's an opportunity. Let everybody else go try to make those AI videos, and fight with YouTube. Try to convince them that, oh no, there's enough real stuff here. It's not all AI. I made this. Let them have that fight. Meanwhile, we can just make our videos real people, and we can get the views from people who want to watch real people. So that's the way I choose to think about that. Oh, another super chat. Thank you, Marius. Appreciate that. How do I come up with ideas for creating videos? I get most of my ideas from you here in the live chat or in the comments section of my videos. That's where I get most of my ideas from. I do have a running list of, I think there's close to 50 title ideas on that list, but I rarely go to them because I have so many ideas coming at me all the time. It's a little harder in the beginning. I understand that, but spend some time in the beginning when you're starting out with a new channel, brainstorm some ideas, and quite honestly, when you are editing your first video, if you're editing a video, you may get ideas just from doing that, right? A lot of times when I come back inside after filming a video outside, I will be editing the video and I'll think, oh man, I forgot to talk about that one thing. Right? And then I'll say to myself, okay, that's an idea for the next video. Okay, so that's another way that I get ideas. Alrighty. Alrighty. Sound is unstable. Is it just my connection or are others having problems? I don't know. Anybody else having problems? I sound great to me. Yeah, no, I don't know. Sound is fine. Understanding aviation. Matt? Anyone with sound issues, exit out and re-enter the chat. That fixes it. There you go. Okay. I think it might have been the app. I logged out, logged back in. Sound is good. It's fine here. Okay, cool. Cool. How are we doing on the time? Hour and 20 minutes in? Alrighty. Here's a question. How often have you modified where YouTube has placed an ad? Never. I've never done that. As far as YouTube placing ads, I always just leave it up to them. Place them whenever you think it's the best time to place them. And I trust YouTube to make the right decisions there. It's in YouTube's best interest to maximize the revenue they get from their advertisers. So they know, I think they've got like AI tools to identify where there's natural breaks in speech, like in a video. So it uses that to help make those decisions. There can be an argument where, if you make a video and you want a video to be in a certain, or an ad to pop up at a certain point in time, maybe stop at a cliffhanger or something, then I suppose you can go in and set that. But I've never done that. I've never ever done that. I usually have the box checked for mid-roll ads to include them. But in the video I put out today, for the first time ever, I unchecked that box because the video was about live streaming, but there was a heavy part of the end of that video that was kind of me talking about this course that I'm coming out with. So because of that, I didn't want people to get discouraged. I didn't want an ad to show up just as I was talking about that. So I unchecked mid-roll ads for that video. I think the video is around 11 minutes. So anything over 8 minutes can have a mid-roll ad. And I just didn't want one to show up when, at a time that might interrupt me talking about what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so there you go. Lori, how you doing, Lori? That's a steal. I would launch for $9.97. You know what? It's hard. It's hard to come up with a price for when you're building a course because a course. Yeah, I've put in a ton of hours. And if I don't sell enough, I'll lose money on it. If I sell way more than I expect, then I'll make more than I expect. So it's one of those things. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm comfortable with that. $197 is actually higher than I was initially going to go, but from the advice from a friend of mine, I upped it to that. But it's going to be $497 when it's all said and done, and the course is ready, and I've moved on to other things, and it's just going to be I'm basically building a new funnel system, like this new the new funnel. I'll show it to you again. Is this one here? This is the new, not funnel, lead magnet that I've created that that you're going to be able to download for free. And it includes a link in there to Creators Cove. There's a little ad in there for the over 40 starter course, things like that. But most of it is a checklist. So your first videos, I've got them described in there. There's an ad for Creators Cove, that's free. Getting started checklist. So I've combined a couple of my older lead magnets into one all-encompassing lead magnet is kind of what I've done. And this is going to be basically the top of my sales funnel that I'm building out. And we'll see if it works. If it works, I may I may make a couple of videos on how to create funnels, business funnels, and things like that in the future. But so baby steps, though. Baby steps. Alrighty. Oh, a lot of people are saying no sound. How's the chat? How is the sound now? Whoops. I just had to restart that page. It's back to normal. Just had to start it over. I can hear you. Awesome. It's fine. Good sound. Awesome. Hey, Mike. How you doing? Rosanny, how you doing? Yeah, looking at the current chat. Who is here? Oh, there's a good question. There's no cues there, but I can pop it up there. Ryan's Reviews. Just watched your new video on how live streaming exploded your channel. What do you guys think of that title? A little too much? How do you decide how long you stay on a live stream? Well, stick around, you'll find out. So this is one of my regular live streams. When I first started, I was aiming for an hour, and I think my first one went an hour and a half. And I guess true to form, that's kind of what I've been doing. I've always usually been going live for longer than I say I'm going to. It's just the way it works out. How do I decide? If things quiet right down in the chat and there's no more questions coming in and I'm finished demonstrating whatever it is I wanted to demonstrate, that's a natural time to stop it. And you can stop whenever you want. Lately, I leave before you guys are ready for me to leave, but it's, the last couple that I've done have been 3 hours, and I get tired and I get thirsty and hungry and have to go to the bathroom, and 3 hours is long enough for a guy in his 50s to be sitting at a desk talking to a camera. So, that's it. That's it. It's totally up to you. I think an hour is a good starting point. If you want to have a quicker one, 20 to 30 minutes is fine. If after an hour you feel like you want to keep going, and if people want you to keep going if you've got the time. So that little bit about how I make those decisions. Oh, Mike did one yesterday. Did you, Mike? Awesome. Had about 10 people in it and lasted almost an hour. Cool. So maybe 9 hours or so of watch time. That's awesome. Very good. Hey, Susan, how are you? Are you shooting using a computer? Love this. So, well, why don't I show you guys? Haven't done a behind the scenes yet today, so let's do one. Let's put my iPhone back together. All right, that's the Peanut Cam. That's where I did my live streaming, but I've now moved everything back to here. So what was your question again? Let me just pop this up here. Are you shooting using a computer? So yeah, so I'm running this software on my MacBook. Okay, it's my MacBook right there. Software is Ecamm Live, and I can see up here what you guys can see. Meanwhile, over on my big monitor is where I'm looking at YouTube Studio, and I can see the chat here, but I can also see the chat here on in Ecamm. And these are the chats that I'm able to click, right? I can click here, and it shows up there. All right. So, and then this is the monitor that I've been sharing with you guys. When I press a button on the Stream Deck, which is over here, so right now it's on iPhone. If I press the Me Cam, it's right there. The screen sharing button is there. There's the Super Chat button. Here is the pre-order now QR code toggle, and back to the iPhone. So that's how I'm doing it. And I think your main question, though, is how am I live streaming or using what? It's using that camera. So that camera, okay, one of those wires is an HDMI cable coming out, and then it's going right in here, plugging into my computer with a cam link, which you can probably see back there. The cam link, that's how that's connected. All right, so put that back there. That's how I'm doing it. Hey Terry, how are you? AI is so overrated. I hate watching AI. Would rather hear from someone who is real life and talking in real life. I agree. I agree. Some people like it, but I don't. I get my ideas from comments off or from ChatGPT. Yep, same with me. Oh my God, that's advanced. I do live with just my phone. I suck at tech. That's okay though. Yeah, one of my videos in that new course shows you how to go live with a phone. Yeah, that's a perfectly acceptable way to go live. I'll be the first to admit I got way more going on here than I need to have going on to do live streams, but there are other reasons for some of the things that I have. Now, I guess one of the reasons is I spent far too long buying stuff and trying to figure out how all this stuff worked. A, because I was interested in it, so that's okay, so call it a hobby. But also, I thought I needed this stuff, but I really don't. Like, my best performing videos now are when I just grab my phone like this, with a mic. I've spent some money on a decent mic, and I'll go outside for a walk. I film it on my phone. That's it. Live streaming, you could do the same way, right? With that same mic. I've done that at the beach. Live stream with your phone. It's all you need. You do not need a lot of crazy tech gear to do this at all. I did that too, Mike. Yeah, use the iPad to read the chat. So you can hook a camera to the computer. It doesn't shut off after 30 minutes. Okay, no. So, yeah, one thing I didn't show you was my phone. I don't know if I can get my camera up in here. See that wire sticking out of the bottom of my camera? That plugs into the wall. See the cat hair too? Anyway, this wire here, not that wire there, plugs into the wall. So it's, and actually I think I have another one. Anyway, it's a dummy battery. It's a dummy battery, so I don't have to rely on the Sony camera batteries because they would only last for around a half an hour. So, and this camera doesn't overheat. It gets warm, but it doesn't overheat. So I've gone live well over 3 hours and have never had a problem with that. Now with my phone, if I go live with my phone, I think I've gone live with my phone for 2 hours and I was still fine. Still had, but you want to make sure you start with a full charge and maybe close out all the other apps and turn off, like put on Do Not Disturb so you don't get incoming calls that would probably interrupt your live stream. But then, I was able to do it for 2 hours without losing my battery. I think it was down to 30% or something. Real-time stuff, yep. Hey, Matt Man, how are you? Good to see you. Sound is great, awesome. Good to hear it. The mic I've been using for mobile videos is really, really good. What brand is it? It is this one, the DJI. I have to put it in front of my face. Otherwise, it's going to focus on my face. So it's the DJI right there. It's called the DJI mic. So the microphones are right here. And that can either clip on to your shirt, but I usually use this little, here, I'm going to get out of the frame so it'll focus on this. This is the microphone, and it's got this little magnetic square on the back that sticks to it. So I put this under my shirt and this over my shirt, so it just clips like that. Or you could just clip it like this. Some people clip it onto their hats or their shirts, right? And then what makes it even better is this thing here, this dead cat. This just kind of, how's it go on? You put it on and twist. I usually have a hard time with it. There, nope. There. Just like that. That stops the wind noise from getting in. Okay? So that's what I use. It's the DJI mic. They have a newer one called the DJI Mic 2, which I think gives you 16 hours of battery life instead of 15. They're both good, but it also has 32-bit float. If you know what that is, it's a good thing. It stops you from clipping your voice sounds. I've never had a problem with that though. Yeah, so no, I love that mic. And I could use that in here. It's just that, once again, I bought this other shotgun mic, which I think sounds great. So I use it in here. But in that course, I actually show you how to hook up that mic to a MacBook as well. No problem, Prime Time. Appreciate it. Is it true that RPM increases after a while? I got monetized a few weeks ago, and my RPM is lower than average for my niche, even though my videos are long and have good average view duration. It might go up, it might go down. I would say it's true that it fluctuates. How's that? And I don't know that there's any rhyme nor reason to it. I've heard that some people's RPMs get lower in the summer months, and they start picking up September, October, November as you start getting closer to Christmas time. So there's that. And yes, different niches have different RPMs. My RPMs are all over the place, anywhere from $5 to $10 to $12, even higher than that if I talk about money, really, or even how to grow on YouTube. Like it's all over the place, and who knows why it is. I think it's mostly based on like what keywords the advertisers are paying for versus what keywords your videos are popping up under, things like that. So things you don't have a lot of control over. So that's why I don't spend too much time thinking about RPMs. You remember my phone dying in a stream? That was a long one. Did it? Did it die? I don't remember that. I have a DJI mic or mini mic too. They are better than Rode. I think you meant Rode. I heard Rode is a good name too. Rode and DJI, but I don't have any experience with the Rodes. I don't like the bulkiness of the square ones. The mic mini is good. The thing about the mic mini that's different than my original DJI mic is mine has onboard recording. So if the receiver is not quite plugged into my phone, or if I don't even want to use the receiver, I just want to go with just the mic, I can press record on the mic and it's recording. Okay, I would then have to sync that audio up to the video, but it's good for a backup. The mic mini doesn't have onboard recording, but the 1 and the 2 do. So other than that, though, I think the sound quality of the mic mini is just as good, and you can save a little bit of money. Windguard, how's that? Sophia, Windguard. Peanuts asleep anyway. The Dirt Princess, we've got to come up with a Maritimer family name for the windscreen. We cannot continue calling it by its industry moniker. I agree. Oh, you have a necklace for yours that the clip goes on. That's a good idea. Yep. How many videos did you do before gaining traction? Yeah, that's probably all over the map for people. All over the place. Some people blow up with their first one, but that's rare. Some people are 200 videos in, and what it comes down to is how long is it going to take you to get better at making videos? Videos that people want to watch, that is, right? Some people aren't interested in changing anything about the way they do things and the way they make videos. They just want to make videos that they want to make. And, if that's totally fine, but someone like that can't expect to grow. You're going to grow because you're getting better at making content that people want to watch, getting better at making thumbnails, getting better at crafting your titles, all the things. If you always approach YouTube with those things in mind, that you want to get better at making your videos, at getting your messages across, get better at the intros, like the first 30 seconds of your videos, get better at getting right into the information. You keep working on all those things, then people will start watching more of your videos. And when that happens, YouTube will start pushing it out in front of more people who will then start watching more of your videos. And, that's how, so yeah, as long as you have that attitude, you will be fine. I got the Osmo Pocket 3 Creators Combo, which came with the DJI Mic 2. Great setup for everything I need. There you go. Yeah, that looks like a good setup. I don't have experience with the Osmo Pocket 3, but it looks pretty fantastic. It's not cheap though. If I didn't have a phone, I might look at getting that, but I have a phone. Thank you, Strokenaut. Another vote for the DJI Mic Minis. Yeah. I want the DJI 2. DJI 2? Going to get one in 2 weeks. I love your audio. I'll be sure to use the link in your video. I think the audio with all these DJIs is probably going to be similar. Now, I do a little bit of audio processing too. I don't just, so what you hear isn't direct, that's not exactly what I get out of the mic. I run it through Adobe Audition and I do a few tweaks to make it sound a little bit better. Like I boost the bass a little bit, I boost the treble a little bit, and the mids I bring down a little bit, add a little bit compression to normalize things a little bit. Probably using the wrong terms, but another vote for the DJI mics, Sheila. Yep. Garth likes the Rode mic. Rode ME. I currently have an iPhone 14. This will work on my iPhone 14 and will work when I have to upgrade to the USB-C. Yes. Oh, so that's, yeah, same with the DJI. It has connectors for both the Lightning and the USB-C. Because when I bought that, I had an iPhone 14. And so I needed the other connector, but you can pop that connector out and put in the new USB-C, which is what I did when I upgraded to the 16. And the ME works on my PC and the Canon. Perfect. Yep. As does the DJI. But again, they're both good names. The Rodes and the DJIs, both good. If you're recording right into Ecamm and are doing it with your phone, how do you connect the two of them? So you connect your phone to your Mac. Really has nothing to do with Ecamm. So you can connect your phone. If you have an iPhone and you have a Mac, then you can use your iPhone as a webcam. You just have to, I forgot exactly what you do. You have to, I think there's a setting in your phone that you have to turn on to make it discoverable as a webcam by your Mac, right? And once you have that set up, then you can go into, then whatever program you use on your Mac, whether it's Ecamm Live or Zoom or whatever else, any program that requires a camera or a webcam, your iPhone will be discoverable. It will become an available camera for you in Ecamm Live or any other software. Just got a mouse out of the house. Very good. Good job. Would you recommend using photos of oneself in thumbnails or use stock images from Canva, and does that make a difference in views? 100% use photos of yourself. And they don't have to be professional photos. They could just be a screenshot from your video. Don't use stock images. I mean, yeah, I highly discourage people from using stock images in thumbnails or avatars or anything like that. Anything where you could be using those spaces to brand yourself. So your avatar, put a real photo of yourself, not a digitized or, I wouldn't even remove the background. Just maybe have a background that's nice and contrasty from you so that you are clearly visible in the photo. That's what I would do. And I do the same thing with thumbnails, right? A real picture of yourself. And there was a time, and some people still do this, but where you would take maybe half a dozen different photos of yourself and kind of cycle through them in the thumbnails. And I even did that like over a year ago when I was making my tutorial videos. I think I had 5 or 6 different shots of myself, and I would just kind of change them up every once in a while so I wouldn't have to keep taking photos of myself. Well, I thought I was saving myself some time when in actual fact, Now, like, it literally takes me 2 to 3 minutes to make a thumbnail because I just open the video up, I search for a spot that I like the look on my face. That is what takes the longest. I'll then grab a screenshot, bring it into Canva, add my text, export it, thumbnail's done. So, and that way you get a new photo of yourself every time. That is what I recommend. Use the thumbnail space to help get yourself out there, and it's branding. Like my face is on all my thumbnails, all of them. That's by design. This is my channel here. So yeah, me, all of them. How far do I have to go back when I'm not? Well, there's me and my daughter on that one. All of them. I think there was one way back. This one, When You Die, estate planning for your YouTube channel. I didn't put myself in that one. And look, it did horrible compared to everything else has multiple thousands of views around it. This one is 1,000 views. I mean, still not bad, but it's been on the site, on the channel for 11 months. So yeah, it's good branding, and it's a different photo every time. But if I go way back, here is where I was recycling photos. There's 2 in a row, that same photo, right? Kind of the classic old thumbnail design with the white border around yourself. I feel like that looks a little cartoony now, for my brand anyways, right? Like, everybody needs to find their own brand, their own identity, their own, way you want to do things. Okay, so hope that helps. What is the switcher box you have? So I think you're referring to that right here. So that is a Stream Deck. Okay, and so I have different scenes programmed to different buttons, a super chat, and you can also use this to launch programs. So if I press this button here, that launched my, right there, the Stream Deck app. Okay, it launched it on a different monitor, so let me close that. Yeah, so it's a Stream Deck, and that's the regular size one. It's got 15 buttons. You can get one that's, I think, 32 buttons, a smaller one that's only 6, right? And it just plugs into your computer, USB. And then you can use it. You can dial up a whole bunch of sound effects on it if you want. I haven't really done that with it. There's more I could be doing with that, but got to draw the line somewhere. Too much to do. Pocket 3 is awesome. It made my video quality so much better. Awesome. Is there an audio balancer in any of the software you use? Can you set the levels and settings one at a time? Yeah, there is. There is, again, I'll show you here on Ecamm Live, right down there. See, that says sound levels. So I can turn myself down like that. So I'm probably sounding a lot quieter now. Bring myself back up to 100%. And, sound effects, interview guests, Zoom guests, movie. There are other things you can sound mixing. So it's that's the way I do it. I don't do much with it. Just the sound effects are down. I think that's if I play a video. I'm not going to be able to test it because I don't have sound. I'm not able to hear what you guys can hear. I don't have any headphones in. Okay. Caroline, hello. Nice picture of a kitty there. I'll never go back to the phone after using the DJI Pocket 3. It's so convenient and saves me a lot of time during editing. I might have to get that. It's expensive though, that's the only thing. But yeah, I would think it'd be even lighter than my setup, which would be nice. Have you thought about starting another channel in addition to this one? I have, and I did. I started one in January, and I made 3 videos. It quickly got up to like 500 subscribers, and then I think a couple months went by. I posted 1 video, and then it's been several months again, and no, not 500 subscribers, 150 maybe. Anyway, yeah, no, I just don't have time to be to be dealing with 2 channels. I don't have enough time to run this one as efficiently as I'd like. My favorite part of this, I mean, I love answering comments. So maybe that's my favorite part of what I end up doing. But what I ultimately like to do is getting outside and making videos, and then upload that whole process of making a video, editing it, uploading it, seeing how it's doing right out of the gate. I love that. And then, I could make a video every second day if I wasn't also trying to build a business on the back end of it, right? Which is what I've been spending a lot of time with lately. And I do coaching calls. I do usually several coaching calls a week, and they're fun. I love doing that. But if I have any more time, like I've been posting around 1 video a week lately, and I've been really busy. I would like to get back to posting 2 to 3 a week, but maybe I'll get there. Until a time comes where I'm posting 3 videos a week, which is probably all I should be doing, and I still have extra time, then maybe I could look at putting something up on a second channel. Yeah, the Elgato Stream Deck. That's right. Very popular, yes. Always remember they are there to watch you do stuff because they like something about you, so pictures, and you are a valuable asset. Absolutely. Have you made a video of all the devices you use for your channel and explained the name of the device and how to hook it onto other devices? I did a video like that quite a while ago. So my setup is a little bit different now. This one here, step-by-step guide, behind the scenes, how I make my videos fast. So that's one I did. That's when my main desk was actually over on this wall behind me. But yeah, so you might want to check that one out. Think of why you click videos. Would you rather see the person on the thumbnail or a stock photo? Absolutely. And also, if you have a thumbnail with a stock photo of somebody on it, and somebody, like if you click on a thumbnail that has a stock photo of somebody on it, and then when the video starts, that somebody is not even in the video, I think a lot of people will leave that situation because they weren't expecting that. You're losing continuity there. So more often than not, I like the screen grab that I get for my thumbnail to closely match what people are going to see when my video starts, because that builds continuity. It's like, okay, I'm clicking on that. Yep, it's starting to play. That's what I clicked on, right? That's a good thing, I think. So that's one way to look at it too. What you mentioned about your avatar and profile picture is interesting. I'm going to have a look into that. My current one is probably better suited for a channel banner. Yeah, and I quite often will say, like, if somebody has a logo, a channel banner is probably a better place for that. Not you, especially if you are going to be the talent of your channel. If you're going to be the one delivering the information in your channel, then I think you should be in the avatar. And I'll even go out further on a limb to say that I think it should just be your face, not your head to toe body, because then you can't see your face. It's too small. So face, so that people can recognize you, I think is smart for branding. YouTube asks us to live stream in vertical mode. You do this live stream horizontally. What is your thoughts about this? I always prefer horizontal, but that's also the way I consume media. I don't consume videos vertically. A lot of younger people do. Shorts are vertical. It's a personal preference, but normally if people are like, what you have to ask yourself is, how are people going to watch your live streams? They're going to watch it on a phone, on a computer, or on a TV. If it's computer or TV, then like if most of the people who watch your videos watch it on computer or a TV, then they're probably watching it in widescreen. And if you're only giving them a vertical video, then you're only going to be displayed in the middle. So I would stream horizontally in that case, unless the majority of your viewers are watching on a phone. In that case, maybe stream vertically. But anyway, those are my thoughts. on that. Do you prefer this format for lives or having guests on or being guests on other people's lives? I like it all. I joined in on Karen's live stream a couple weeks ago, YouTube Over 40, Karen Taylor, I believe. That was a lot of fun, right? So it was myself and a few other people that normally attend her live streams. We did that, and that was a lot of fun. I took questions from them and from people, and I've also hosted other people on my live streams. And that's been fun and interesting. And I haven't done that in a while, so maybe it's time I do that soon. So honestly, I think it's good to provide your viewers with a mix. Look at it that way. What are your viewers? How can you best help your viewers? What do they want to see? Like if I could bring on a special guest who knows things that I don't know, that they can maybe help me, or not help me, but help my viewers in a way that I can't help them, then that's a valuable guest for me to put on, to have on as a guest. How are we doing? 5 to 4. Coming up in 2 hours. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if that answered your question, Steve. I wouldn't say I prefer one over the other. I like them all, and I think it's a good idea to provide a mix. Keep your audience guessing what you're going to do next. How long did it take you to get to 500 subs? I can't move the needle from 121. It was close to a year for me, I think, for 500 subs. I got 3 my first month, and that was with 9 videos. I only got 3 subs from that. That was pretty disheartening. So disheartening that I gave up for 8 months. I didn't make another video until 8 months later. So, yeah, it happens. Thank you, Clip Tonight. Appreciate that. Do you recommend sharing links of your videos on your Instagram or Facebook page, and does it affect the YouTube algorithm somehow? I do not recommend you do that. Some people do. I guess it depends on what your goal is with your YouTube channel. If your goal of your YouTube channel is to help support another business that you've got going on, maybe you're running from Facebook or somewhere else, then maybe it's not a big deal. But if your goal with YouTube is to grow your YouTube channel, I think the fastest way to grow your channel is organically. That is, just keep making videos targeted to the same people every time, like your audience. Identify who your audience is, who you're trying to reach, who you're trying to help. Keep making videos for them. Because every time you upload a new video, YouTube will take that as more data. So, okay, we know a little bit more about who Rob's trying to reach. Great, let's try it on these new people. They'll test it on your subscribers first. And if it does well with them, they'll test it on some more people like your subscribers. More people who like to watch the same types of videos as the people who already watched your video, right? So they'll keep testing. But if you post links to your videos off platform, like on Facebook, on Twitter or X or whatever, other places, or even email them to, friends and family. Here's a new video I just made, and boom, send it out to a bunch of people. If you don't have many subscribers and then all of a sudden you sending that link out results in you getting a bunch of subscribers from people who know you, well, are those the subscribers you want? It might sound cool. Oh yeah, now my friends know what I'm doing. That's cool. I'd like them to know what I'm doing. Okay, but what are the chances that your good friends and family what are the chances that they fit your, the target audience you're trying to reach, who would most benefit from your videos? Chances are probably low, right? So not only that, YouTube will not have found those people for you. So it doesn't really help in the sense that YouTube didn't find them, and right? So they can't then say, oh, I found this for you, so now I know this is the type of subscriber you want. No, YouTube had nothing to do with it. You sent a link out. And now, not only that, but these subscribers that you got may not be the people you really want to subscribe to your channel. They may be subscribing to you because they know and love you, and they just are interested in what you're doing. But, that might mean they watch 5 seconds of your video. And I mean, the first video they watch, they might watch it all. But then, you keep sending links, they'll see more videos and they'll stop watching because it's not content they're interested in. They might be interested in you, but that doesn't mean they have to be interested in what you make videos about, right? And some people get offended by that. Some people, I've noticed in the comments, they'll get offended by the fact that, I sent my friends my links and they subscribe to me, but they're not watching my videos. They're not supporting me. And I don't know. I feel like that's a big thing to ask for people to do. Like, everyone's busy. Everyone's busy. People can support you by just saying, good for you. Like, I wish you the best of luck in it. Doesn't mean they have to watch your videos. That's like somebody else telling you to watch their video just to help them, even though it's nothing you might be interested in. So anyway, my point is, because these subscribers are probably not watching your video for as long as your ideal viewer, and they're not clicking on it as often as your ideal viewer is, and if that's a good percentage of your subscribers, that's going to bring all your averages down, right? Your click-through rates, averages are going to come down with more of those types of viewers. People who may know and love you, but they don't really, they're not interested in what you're making on YouTube. Nothing against you, right? And they're not watching it for very long. So YouTube is just going to think, oh, when you release a new video and it tests it against all these new subscribers and it sees, oh, even your subscribers aren't interested in your video. It must be a bad video. That's it. That's enough of that. Not going to plug that one anymore. So that's how it could hurt your channel. All right. Through no fault of your friends and family, but it's because you're trying to actively you're trying to pull in subscribers rather than them just coming in on their own. Anyway, I hope that helped. Hey, Brooke is here. How you doing, Brooke? Good to see you. Love the pre-order QR code on the screen. Brilliant. I saw that somewhere else. The pre-order, by the way, was partially your idea. Thank you for that. I like the QR. 3 hours ago, I didn't know how to do a QR code. But you know what? It's dead easy in Canva. Dead easy. Just started testing Ecamm Live today. Well, it took a bit to figure out how to get sound in a video overlay and a carousel of images. Has to be PDF, and figuring out that preview. I mean, it can do a lot. There's a lot in Ecamm that I don't use it for. After Naz's live on Sunday, I dropped the AI thumbnail for today's video. Oh, did you? That's right. I dropped in on Naz's live. And we were talking about AI thumbnails. So you dropped the AI, you got rid of your AI thumbnail, in other words? I mean, you know what? I'm not going to say never, right? Like, I may do an AI thumbnail, but if I do it, it's probably going to be for the purposes of testing it or to show that it can be done or something like that. And I'll probably do something outrageous that doesn't look like me at all. I don't know. Give myself a six-pack abs or something. Watching it live on your TV, awesome. Nice and late, but I'm still here. Still here, just after 2 hours. We're still going strong. I see that more people are watching from TV these days. I noticed that too. Friends would be shocked that I have a YouTube channel. Mine probably too. I don't tell people that I have one. Chaido's in the house. How you doing, Chaido? Are there storytellers here? Let's connect. Heidi's here. How you doing, Heidi? I got here late. Better late than never. Maybe you already talked about this. What time is the private live Q&A on August 28th? I'm excited about the live streaming made easy program. My first thought is it's going to be the same time I normally go live. So that's a Friday. No, it's a Thursday, 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. Eastern time, 2 o'clock where I am. So probably the same time as these lives. But just so you know, those who can't attend will get access to be able to watch it afterwards on the replay. When my channel was still motorcycle-centric, I started a Discord for fans and made quite a few friends in there. Do you have any thoughts on a Discord server for viewers? So I've kind of stayed away from that. I know what Discord is. I don't really use it myself. My son has tried to convince me to start one, but I guess what I've been saying is I think most of the people who watch my content are beginners and tend to be either close to my age or older than me. And I just feel like that's just another level of complexity that a lot of my viewers might not understand or want to get into. Does that make sense? So, yeah, that's why I kind of went towards the Kajabi community as a way to interact with other people and to send me DMs, things like that, right? So, yeah, it's not to say I won't at some point in the future, but I think there's still a lot of people, especially in the older generation, that don't really know what Discord is. And it's another piece of software or website. You'd have to download software or go to another website. So, yeah. My friends and family are not my target audience. And that's usually the case for most people, actually. So yeah, good. It's good to recognize that. Good afternoon, Greg. How are you? Yeah, the QR code. I like the way that turned out. So I just made that in Canva. Just made that in Canva, and I can show you guys how easy that is. Go to Canva. Okay. Go to Canva. Let's see how fast I can make one of these. Let's make one that's 1080 by 1080. Okay, I don't know why I picked that size, but I did. And then up here, you go to Apps. Where is it? Apps. And if you don't see it, just type QR code generator. There it is right here, QR code. Okay, then what I do is I will go to here. Here's my landing page. Okay, this is the landing page for the that I want a QR code to go to. So I'm going to go up here to the URL. I'm going to copy it. I just went Command-C. Come back here, enter the URL, Command-V, generate that code. Boom, there it is. So I made that, and then I added some text above and below it, and I ended up, and then you just download it, and that's not it. Anyway, then you bring it into Ecamm Live. And I've got it set up as an overlay connected to my Stream Deck, so I can just press a button and make it go away, bring it back, go away, bring it back. All right, so yeah, it's pretty slick. Yep, Matt Mann and Steve are here. The gang's all gathering. Oh, I need to go check out Brooke's new video. That's right. That's right. Today's Tuesday. Man, the days are flying by. Oh, another vote for your latest video. Yeah, for those who don't know, Brooke made a video, I forget what it was called, Hanging Out with YouTube Studio or something like that. Or if YouTube Studio was a person. And it's hilarious. Check that out. And I guess you've made another one today. I need to watch that. YouTube CEO said most viewers are watching on TV. Yeah, that's interesting, but and that's probably true. But each creator needs to go in and look for themselves where their viewers are watching from, because depending on what your content is, your viewers might be watching from something else, right? So, but on average, it sounds like, yeah, most people are watching from the TV now. Is it wrong to use AI thumbnails? I'm confused if I heard that as well, or if I heard that well. I'm not going to say it's wrong. It's a personal preference. I personally don't like the idea of AI thumbnails because I want to keep things as real as possible. You know, that's me, and that's the direction I'm taking my channel in. Again, I may tinker with it at some point just to see what it's all about and try it and test it and see how well they do. I probably will, actually. But if I'm thinking about like the things I talk about like on this channel, I'm making videos trying to tell people it's okay to be real and to be themselves and to mess up and you know, show your warts and all and just be you, right? So does it make sense then for me to go make fake thumbnails of myself? Probably not. I'm going to show up real with mistakes, with blemishes, with, you know, all this, right? So just that would, for me, that's on brand. So I think Rob just, I think Rob, I just need to mix it up with thumbnails and see what works. Yeah, I'm 100% in agreement with testing things and to see what works for you. 100%. And test it with and without AI. Absolutely. AI is a fantastic tool. I mean, I don't know, this whole pre-order thing that I've been doing the last several days, I'd be working at this for weeks, still more weeks to go, had I not had ChatGPT to lean on. So yeah, big believer in using AI as a tool. Yep. CEO mentioned recently people are consuming YouTube content like Netflix these days. Yeah, and I've heard people are watching more on their TVs. People are watching YouTube more on their TVs than they're watching Netflix on their TVs. That blew me away when I heard that. I heard that a few months ago. It's crazy. What are you saying, Bulls Promo? What are you saying? I don't need hair. Hair's overrated. You know how easy it is for me to get ready in the morning? I just have to decide if I want to shave or not. That's... Hit the like. Thank you, Rosanny. TV for great picture, phone to reply. That's cool. So I'm getting 2 views from you? That's interesting. Awesome. Same IP address, though, probably. So maybe not. Why are people not hitting that subscribe button? What is keeping them from doing such a simple gesture? That sounds like a loaded question. The short answer is they're not subscribing because they don't want to. You know, hard truth. If you want to get more subscribers, you can start asking them for it, right? You know, if you liked this, hit the subscribe button. But if you're going to ask for it at the end of your video, not the beginning. That's a bit of a pet peeve of mine when people say at the beginning, thanks, you know, my name is blah, and, you know, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to this and hit the like and blah, share this. You know, 5 seconds into the video, I don't know if I like the video yet or not. Let me watch your video first, then I'll decide if I want to see more from you. So that's the thing. People will subscribe if they want to see more from you. More content like the content you just made. And that's what it boils right down to. It's nothing to do with YouTube and the algorithm and what content YouTube is pushing and all that. It's none of that. It's all to do with who's watching your videos and do they want to see more. So all creators, when they start, need to get better at making videos. All creators. I need to get better. The more you make videos, the better you'll get at making videos. The better you'll get at making thumbnails. The better you'll get at delivering your intro nice and tight and quickly so that you can retain people past 30 seconds in your video and get them to watch for longer. Do things like don't make your videos any longer than they have to be, right? If you've got 5 minutes of information to share, don't stretch that out into 10 minutes. People will know you're wasting their time and they'll leave. In fact, try to make it in 4 minutes instead of 5, if you can, and deliver value. Lots of value in not action-packed, but value-packed video, and then people will want to. They're not just going to subscribe out of the goodness of their heart. You need to give them reason to. So I hope that helps. Little hard truth there sometimes but that's the way it works. I started a paid school group for my channel and have 23 members in 2 weeks. Wow, that's awesome. Very good. Yeah, does that mean you have 2 viewers, TV on Wi-Fi and phone on data? Oh, if the phone's on data, then yeah, that would be a second viewer, of course. Good comment of the QR code. I aspire to have one someday when I have a website. Yep. Or just a landing page, all you need. I didn't either. You know what? You know what? I went to ChatGPT, said, I want to put a QR code. Anybody else watch Alex Hermosi's launch over the weekend? I did. I did not watch all 8 hours of it, but I had it going for close to 2. But interesting stuff, the way he does things. But anyways, he had a QR code, and I thought, I want that. I want to do that. So I asked ChatGPT. So it suggested a website, and then it said, or just go into Canva. And I said, I can do that. I've got Canva Pro. And how do I do it in Canva? And it told me, and I followed the instructions. And like literally an hour before I went live, I created that in Canva. Yeah, no watermark. No watermark unless you want to put, I mean, I could have put a logo in there somewhere if I wanted to. YouTube Studio goes to the pool? Oh, I'm excited to see that now. Hello, Jonas. Oh, people are liking your new video, Brooke. You can do QR code directly from any WordPress website also. Oh, very good. I didn't know that. It's been a while since I used WordPress. Here's a good question, because I'm going to make a video on this. It's Tuesday already, and my Thursday video, which I have not made yet, is going to be on storage and backup solutions for content creators. The title will be something like that. So the way I do it, here's the thing. Videos take up a lot of space, You can't just leave them on your phone because your phone will fill up very fast. Same thing probably for your computer. Eventually, if you want to be a content creator, you can't keep all your videos on your computer. It'll fill it up. So you need external hard drives or, at the minimum, external hard drive. That's the cheapest way to go. Just get an external hard drive and offload things. When you're finished a project on your computer, offload it to another hard drive. And then it would be smart to back up that hard drive too, because hard drives fail. Like there's HDDs, hard disk drives, and SSDs, solid state drives. The SSDs are twice as expensive by storage amount as HDDs, or HD, hard disk drives, HDDs. An HDD is basically a record player spinning, like a little disc spinning and a needle reading. Right? That's a really slow way to read and write data. So if your computer has that, you'll hear it moving around, and you'll even feel it on your keyboard if the hard disk is reading and writing. You really don't want that if you're editing videos. You want an SSD. Your computer can read and write to it way faster, and there's no moving parts. It's basically a computer chip that stores your information instead of a hard disk drive. Okay? So I'm getting into the weeds here, but the bottom line is both types will fail over time, especially the HDDs, the hard disk drives. They will fail. They're mechanical. They will not last forever. So if you're storing your files on one of those, you should have another one of those as a backup. Okay, and if and when one fails, then you replace it. SSDs are more reliable. They'll last longer, but they cost a lot more for the same amount of drive space. I have a NAS, or NAS, NAS, Network Attached Storage. I have a Synology NAS in my house, and it is basically a bay of drives, and mine is a 6-bay, and I have five of them full of hard drives. So I can have, I don't know what the total is, a lot, like 35 terabytes of space or something like that. So 35,000 gigabytes if I fill it up. I don't have anywhere near that, but I can expand with that. So the way my setup is, I will offload stuff from my MacBook onto the NAS just over the network, just using Finder. And then my NAS, it is actually a little computer, so it has software in it. It's got this one piece of software called Hyper Backup that I can run that. It runs automatically every week, and it backs itself up to an attached external 22 terabyte drive. All right, this is sounding complicated, and I'm going to try to make it as simple as I can in the video, but that happens weekly. Now, so that's almost perfect. What would then make my backup system perfect is if I kept a copy of my files off-site as well. So if one of my drives fail, it's okay, I have a backup. But what if my house burns down? I mean, yeah, I'm going to have bigger problems, but still, I'd rather not have to lose all of my data and all family photos and all that stuff, which I back everything up, okay? So off-site is something that could be expensive. If you back up your NAS through the internet to an off-site backup location, that's going to cost a lot of money. Like, I'd be into like $100 a month for the rest of my life to keep a backup copy in the cloud. So instead, what I've done is I got another external drive, because you can plug 2 external drives into the NAS, and I back up to it monthly. And I've labeled them weekly and monthly. And the monthly one, I take out of my house, and I take it over to my brother's house. Okay, and I put it in my Google Calendar once a month to go get that drive, plug it in, and run the monthly backup. And then the next, and it only takes half an hour now. Well, the first one took 4 days, but now incremental backups only take around a half an hour. So yeah, on a Friday morning, I'll go grab it, and then Saturday I'll give it back to him, and I do that once a month. So another clever way you could handle the offsite part of it is if you know somebody else who has a NAS. One NAS can back up to another one, and vice versa. Okay, so like if my brother was into this content creating thing, I could convince him to go buy his own NAS, and then I wouldn't have needed to get a monthly backup. I could back up mine to his, he can back up his to mine automatically over the internet once a month. And then you're solving each other's monthly backup issue. So anyway, I got way into the weeds there. I apologize. But it's kind of top of mind because I'm kind of in the middle of trying to formulate what that video is going to look like. And that's the video I'm going to make for Thursday. All right, so I hope that helped. Alrighty. Sheila Grace, I have an SSD, Rocketfish. Cool. Yeah, and I've got, I don't know where it's not. I don't have it right with me right now. Can you just store a video on Google or iCloud instead? Yes, you can. See, I don't just store my videos, my finished videos. I keep all my source files too. So like, I'm going to go into that in the video as well. So when I create a project, when I'm about to make a video, I create a project folder. And inside that folder, I'll then create subfolders. One is recordings. All of my phone and audio recordings go in there. Another one is thumbnail. Another one is B-roll. Another one is epidemic sound, right? Those are all subfolders. And then I'll create my project file, Camtasia file, and it'll save to the root directory. And then when I render my final video, it'll save in there too. So all of that stuff, I keep all of that so that if I ever wanted to, I could go back to any one of my videos, open the source file, change it, render out a new version of it if I wanted to. Will I ever do that? My God, it's hot. Why is my air conditioning not on? Yes, I think it's getting close to 30 degrees in the house, I think. So yeah, that's that. What was I even saying? Renegade's Garage, you're up to 19,000 subs. Well done. iPhone 8 will shoot 4K though. I think that's just fine. Brooke is enjoying an awesome summer day. Awesome. Pompano Beach vibes. You could attach your monthly backup drive to the internet at your brother's house and just have it automatically back up remotely. Yeah, I could. I'd be relying on his internet connection. Yeah, I could. He's not as tech savvy as I am, and I'm not even that tech savvy, really. I've just got it in a closet over there. And he's only a few kilometers away. No big deal. So how's everybody doing? Well, you know what? We've got a couple more people. So we've got a few people signed up for the pre-order, which is awesome. Thank you, guys. So why don't I mention that one more time? So for those who are just joining, if you're wondering what this little thing up in the corner is here that I'm flashing at you, that'll take you to the same place. The pinned link will take you that I have pinned in the live chat. And where that will take you is here to this landing page. And what this is it's a course that I've created. It's a live streaming made easy course. And I don't even want to really call it a course because it's more of a program. It's not. So when I released the starter course, how to make a video basically for people over 40, for beginners over 40 last year when I released that, that was a lot of videos. It's like 7 hours of content, and it walked you through everything that I do to make my videos. This is a little different. Not quite as many videos. There's 9 in there so far, and 4.5 hours, I think. Still a lot of content, but I decided against the all-inclusive, make sure to include everything that anybody could possibly want to know about live streaming in the course. And instead of doing that, because it would have been unreasonably large and nobody will want to watch all of that, instead of doing that, I decided, well, why don't I just show you all the basics, like cover all the basics. And I don't just mean the easiest way to live stream, like from your phone or from YouTube Studio. But yes, I showed those, but I also showed how do you hook up another monitor, and then what can you do? How do you use Ecamm Live, and then how do you set up scenes, Stream Deck, how to create the super chat animation, how to create overlays and attach them to your Stream Deck so you can make them appear or disappear with the press of a button. So all those things are included in the course. And I go right up to the most complex one where I added extra mics. I added 2 different mics. I added another monitor. I added multiple cameras. I showed how to add your iPhone as a webcam. All of this is covered, but there's going to be questions. There's going to be questions. And to address those, I want input from you. I want input from the people out there to tell me, what else should I include? What else do you need to know to make this course perfect for you? Okay? And so the best way I figured to do that was to have a pre-order, okay? A pre-order, so that the people who come in first will then have first access to what I have and will be able to watch it and then tell me what else I should include. Okay, so as part of that, so the pre-orders, they're going to get in for a much lower price. This is going to be $497 when it's all said and done. But it's $197 right now if you get in early. That'll also get you into a live event, which is next Thursday, a live stream, the same time my Tuesday live streams are, so 1 o'clock Eastern time. And that's going to be, I'm going to be going through it. So you're not going to have access to the courses or to the videos up until that point. You'll get them the next morning. But I'll be going through it all and taking your questions live. So anybody who gets in early is going to get access to that live stream event that I'll be hosting. It's going to be like this, except it's only for people who pre-ordered. All right? And how are you going to get into that? Is it like for members only? No, it's not the membership in YouTube thing. Instead, what I'll have to do is create an unlisted live stream. I'll set it up ahead of time. And then you're going to get an email. If you've pre-ordered, you're going to get an email probably the day before and right before with the unlisted link to the live stream. And that's how you're going to join. Okay? So So there's that. The other thing I need to mention, I hope you guys can still hear me because this is telling me that there might be buffering going on. Can you still hear me? Let me know. Yeah, no, the other thing is there's going to be monthly calls. Okay, monthly availability, live support once a month, and you're going to get 6 months of those. So I'm basically going to try to hold your hand for 6 months and get you going with this live streaming. You're going to get the courses. You're then going to get a bunch of bonus videos. Sorry, when I said courses, I meant videos. You're going to get the first 9 videos and then probably a half dozen more videos over the course of the next month. And then once a month from now until whenever 6 months is up, I didn't even do the math. So September will be the first. That'll take us to February. We'll meet once a month and I'll take your questions and I'll help you out as best as I can. So that's included as well. Yes, still hear you. Awesome. Good. All right. So that's what I'm including in this. And this special pricing is only good until that live event on Thursday. Then the price goes up. All right. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll be fully transparent with this. It's something new for me. I haven't launched this way before. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let me go back to the main screen. So that's what that's all about. And if you have any questions, just let me know. So now let me get back into the chat. There's one other thing. YouTube, where is it? Again, for those, I already showed this earlier today, but the YouTube Kickstart Kit, this is my new lead magnet that is going to be available hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow. And instead of having 2 possibilities to whenever I come out with a video, there's going to be a link to this at the top of every video. Download my free YouTube Kickstart Kit, and it's going to go through things like ideas for your first 3 videos. There's a welcome message from me, and I made this in Canva as well. Okay, that's just a photo from a thumbnail from one of my past videos. Video ideas for your first 3 videos, a link to join Creators Cove, getting started checklist, ready to keep going. So there's an ad for my starter course. It's probably going to be an ad for the live streaming program at some point. I'll probably update this. And then talking about coaching. So a handy kit to get you started. Again, that'll be free to download. I just don't have it ready yet. Too much to do. I'm trying to do too much at once. Oh, Robin says it's buffered a few times. That's unfortunate. Will the phone calls be an additional charge? No. And they're not phone calls. It's, there's 2 ways I can do these calls. They could be Zoom call-ins, or they can be, again, unlisted YouTube live streams. And I'd be open to suggestions, whichever, I can do it either way. It doesn't matter to me. I can set it up as a Zoom call that people call in once a month. And yeah, they're free. They're free for people who have the course. And then even after the $197 pre-order period expires, anybody that buys the course after that, no matter when they buy it, they're going to get 6 months of calls. That's just the way that's going to be part of this. But what they won't get is the cheaper price, and they also won't get to attend that live event, the unveiling next Thursday, and they also won't have a say in what additional videos I put into the course, because the course will be complete by then. All right. Steve says fine from his ropey satellite broadband. Awesome. No problem, Ryan. I'm glad you enjoyed it. No problem, Robin. Same for me. It wasn't enough. It was enough people for me anyway. We're down to 109 people in here. People are starting to leave. Oh, you can still hear me. Sophia, sounds okay. Awesome. I still only get 15 to 20 people in my live streams, but it's fun. Yeah. As with videos, try new things, right? If you want to try to increase the number of people that show up to your lives, try something new. You could try like some things that other people are starting to do more of. I've done this before in the past, but haven't in a while. But like JB has done this, Karen at YouTube Over 40. Have other people in your live streams as guests. Reach out to other creators. You'd be surprised. Some people would happily be your guest, and you can kind of interview them or have a chat live. That's something you can try. Or try a live Q&A. You can try a demonstration. There's a bunch of different things. And also advertise your live streams in your videos. Like at the end of your videos when you're signing off, and you say, oh, by the way, my name is Rob, and oh yeah, I go live every Tuesday where I take questions. Feel free to drop in. I'd love for you to come and hang out with me, right? Like try to make it personable like that as well. And yeah, people will love that. And it'll grow. It'll grow over time. It seems that the feed was buffering many times. Was this on my end or yours? I don't know. Everything, I don't notice any lagging here. Here, let's do a quick speed test. What's my internet doing right now? I do this every once in a while just to see how things are going. Okay, my download speed is just fine. That's the upload speed now, I'm streaming now, so I usually see 15 upload. It'll be interesting to see what I see now while I'm streaming. It should be 15 less 6 maybe. Yeah, not quite seeing 15, but that's not too bad. I need around 6 to live stream at 1080p. Okay? It's up to 15 right now. So that looks like it's fine. So maybe your end, but I mean, maybe it was my end earlier. I'm going live, first time on one of my channels this Saturday, just bonsai style. Bit of tinkering with OBS, then push start and go. Raw stuff. Am I crazy? Yeah, maybe. No, you're not. No. Absolutely. Go for it. Go for it. Have a good time. And you'll learn lots from it. I mean, one of the biggest things I learned from doing my live streams, I'm getting a buffering message again, is confidence in talking to the camera, like what I'm doing right now. It really helps with that. Rebecca, Zoom calls would be so great if the number of people is manageable. Then we can ask a bit more in-depth questions and talk back and forth with you. Yeah, no, that would be cool. That would be cool because I've never done a group Zoom call. I mean, all my coaching calls are one-on-one Zoom calls, so very familiar with Zoom. Yeah, we'll have to see. It'll depend on how many people we get. That's a good point. But yeah, if we can, if the numbers stay manageable, then maybe we'll do it that way. Hello, Brian. How you doing? I've had max 10 to my lives, but I have less than 200 subs. Okay. Yeah, start advertising your lives. And what helps, honestly, what helped me finally, when I finally nailed down a specific day of the week and a specific time that I would show up every week. Then it becomes so much easier to tell people about them in your videos. You know, you don't have to say a date, or you don't have to say, oh, next week is going to be Friday, or the following week it'll be Wednesday, right? You can just always say the same thing. So I can always say, Tuesdays, 1 o'clock Eastern time, I go live. And, you know, that won't get outdated if I put that in a video that I made, say, 2 months ago. That still applies today. So once you can nail down that, that'll help. And then the people who go to your live streams will get used to it. They'll remember. They'll get used to the time and day that you go live. And, you know, I spent some time early on trying different things. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. I tried different things. Evenings, afternoons. And you know, I finally realized that, you know, I just have to pick a time. And naturally, the people that time works for are the people who are going to start showing up. Okay, so if I were to change my day and time now for my regular live streams, I wouldn't get as many people in, I wouldn't think. Still, I do like to do impromptu lives every once in a while at a different time, just so that other people can watch, like from the other side of the world. Yeah, so that might help, Steve. Brooke says, I started live streaming on Facebook too a few years ago and recently started on YouTube. The skill translates, so go for it. I like doing it on YouTube much better. Cool. I've never done it on Facebook. Well, no, I think I did way back when I was coaching my daughter at curling. I live streamed some of it, but that's really before I knew what I was doing. You haven't noticed a big difference? Okay, awesome. Good. Small Things Daily. What are some ideas of what to talk about or do on a live? Did you start by demoing something? Yes, that's exactly how I started. You want to make sure you're ready with something to talk about or demonstrate or whatever. At the very minimum, if you don't want to demonstrate and share your screen and all that, if you just have a camera or your phone, you just want to go live and maybe take questions, then I would prepare a list of questions and have them ready on a piece of paper. Questions that you know the answers to. Maybe write down 5 or 10 or whatever in case people don't show up. You have to be prepared for nobody to show up the first time you go live. That's usually what happens. Nobody shows up in your first live unless you've done some legwork to try to get people to show up, whether that's advertising it in a video ahead of time or at the end of several videos leading up to your first one. Whether it's a community post is a good idea as well. You could do that. What else? A short. Make a YouTube short and tell people you're going to go live. That might not translate as well because that's going from vertical to horizontal, unless you're going to go live vertically. That's another way to try to get people to show up. But yeah, when I did it, I was making videos on how to do things with a specific piece of software, Camtasia, how to edit videos. And so I was making a lot of videos at the time on individual little things, how to do little things, right? So then I would just have something prepared. Okay, in next week's live stream, I'm going to demonstrate how to add a drop shadow or how to have a thumbnail fly into the screen or something, whatever it was. And I just have a couple of notes for myself, so I knew what I was. And I'd write out on a piece of paper, what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to start with an intro. I want to mention this and that. Then I'm going to demonstrate this, and here's some questions. And then all along, I'm hopeful that people show up with their own questions. And if that's the case, then I will answer them. And what ended up happening, it didn't take very long before I kind of had to stop with the demonstrations because I was getting so many questions, and that was keeping me busy for as long as needed. And that's honestly what people wanted too. They wanted just the interaction with me more than watching me demonstrate something. Okay, so that's what it evolved in, and that's what I think most would probably evolve into, a Q&A. And then you could bring people in later to interview people. How do I display people's comments? I do that from Ecamm Live here. If I come over here, if I want to display your comment, I just click you here and you show up. Your comment shows up. Okay, the previous comment, then this comment. Okay, so that is a function of Ecamm Live. You can also do that in StreamYard. I know that. Which is not software you download to a Mac, but a browser-based system that you log into. Let's see. It can be a hard road for sure. Just don't do live streams and then travel to make content. I just don't do live streams and then travel to make content. If that doesn't pan out, then there won't be a video. Very good. Hello, Carolyn. How you doing? 200 hours away from level 1 of monetization. Very good, Brooke. You'll get there. I've been in and out since you started with 18 minutes. The watch hours on this is going to be great. We're within 200 hours of being monetized. It's hard to hit the watch hours. It can be hard to hit the watch hours, yeah. I think that's typically the case for most people. But yeah, it's different for everybody. Some people get the watch hours first. But I think for most, it's the watch hours that they still need to get. People showed up at my first live that wasn't scheduled. It was 100% impromptu. I was shocked that people were actually there. Yeah, that happens. That happens. I really believe that YouTube pushes or shows live streams as thumbnails, as options, disproportionately compared to regular videos. Not many people who have YouTube channels actually go live. I mean, the numbers suggest there's lots, but percentage-wise, I don't know what the percentage is, but I would guess it's low. But those who do, I just feel like whenever I open up YouTube, someone's always live. It's always showing me people who are live. So I like to drop in on them. And but I noticed that too, Brooke. Like people who have never watched my lives before will find me when I'm live. And I notice I get new subscribers every week when I go live. I'll get new subscribers during the live stream. So I highly recommend it. Steve needs to drop. Thanks again as always. Have a great day, folks. Maybe see some of you tomorrow night. You going live tomorrow, Steve? How do some videos have talking and music on the same video? Well, you can make a video and then add music on a different track. You can have more than one audio track playing at the same time. So one can be a music track and one can be your audio, your voiceover track. You can have well, depending on what video editing app you use, you may be able to have many audio tracks if you want, and sound effects, and you just mix them all together, and you would do that in your video editing app. So I use Camtasia to do that. Other people use Descript or Filmora or Premiere Pro, all kinds of different apps. It'll certainly happen, Brooke, very soon. Tell me about StreamYard. What do you use? So I use Ecamm Live, ECAMM Live. It's software you can download to a Mac. It's not available for Windows. StreamYard it's a service. So it's browser based. So you would go to StreamYard.com and you sign up with an account there, and then you would connect your account to your YouTube studio, your YouTube channel. And then you would, when you launch a live stream, you would basically be streaming to StreamYard servers, and then they would in turn stream your stream to YouTube for everybody to see. So it's handy. It's not free. Well, there's a free version you can start with, but it allows you to display messages much the same way I'm doing right here. It's not as flexible in terms of building your scenes. Like for me, it's really easy to change how your message displays or where it displays, right? I can move it wherever. In StreamYard, it's pretty limited in that sense. I can add other scenes with other cameras. Like right now, if I wanted to add another camera, I could just click. Oh, what did I do? No, let's delete that. Sorry, I'm going to quickly show you that I just added another camera right here. Okay, let's say I wanted to put it up here, and let's edit this. I'm going to change the shape to custom. Okay, so I can actually make it like this. And now I can also click edit, and I can change the camera to my iPhone. Okay, there. So now I've got my iPhone here like this. I can move that around. Let's put that on Peanut. over there. Does that work? Yeah. Peanut cam. Okay, and I can, change the shape of that if I want, like this. And I can move that around. Let's put this over here so we can always be looking at Peanut when we're having our chat. So things like that you can do in Ecamm Live that you can't in StreamYard. But you could also do this in OBS. Like if I didn't want these rounded corners, right, I can get rid of those as well. Right, corner radius, I can change that. I can give it a border, like a motion border like this if I want. Change the colors even. I can change that to... I don't know. Let's go magenta. How's that? Nah. Red, orange, purple. Okay, so you can do all kinds of things like that. Let's just leave that over in the corner here for now. You guys can keep an eye on Peanut for me. All right, so there you go. Have you thought about organizing a fan meet and greet? Kind of, but I'm probably quite a ways away from that. I've thought about having some inviting, I don't know, like having some kind of an event locally here in Nova Scotia, like eventually, like a year from now, or who knows. I've got no experience running anything like that, but that'd be kind of cool to have a bunch of people show up and have a lobster boil or something. I don't know. Who knows? The thoughts entered my mind, but there's a lot of other things ahead of that. Let's just say that. Barbara, never gotten more than 5 viewers on lives. Try something new is my best advice. Just try something new to try to shake things up. I stopped sharing videos to friends and family, and YouTube finally picked up the right audience. Awesome. Great to hear. Yes, that's true. Lives get pushed more across all social media platforms in general. Your feeling is spot on. That's what I've noticed anyways. Has YouTube ever changed the requirements to monetize, watch hours or subs? Has it always been the current requirements? No, I think they have changed. I'm not the best one to answer that question though, because I've only been on YouTube for around 5 years. So I don't know what it was like before that, but yeah, I do believe it has changed over time. Well, the intermediate level of monetization, the 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours to get the first level of monetization that allows you to set up memberships and collect super chats, super thanks, things like that, but not collect ad revenue yet, which is the largest revenue stream you can get. But that intermediate stage, I think that is relatively new, like within the last few years. And I'm sure there's been other changes too. On my first channel, I've had about 10,000 watch hours by the time I got 1,000 subs. It was so frustrating. Yeah, that's, and I guess you just have to think, okay, so I'm getting the hours, but not the subscribers. So what can I do to get more subscribers? One thing is you can ask. If you weren't before, you can ask right in your videos to subscribe at the end of your video. I'm a beginner as of this is my first week. I use CapCut. Congratulations. Welcome to the fold. Barbara, best of luck with it. I hope you enjoy it. I truly love doing my videos and people are loving them as well. One day I know it will get monetized, and until then I'm just going to not think about the dollars and just go with my passion. That's you have to enjoy it if you're going to be successful at it. Like, the joy has to come first. There's no sense in trying to make videos on a topic that you're really not that passionate about. And if you don't like making videos, and if you don't like editing, and if there's very little you like about the whole thing, then YouTube's probably not going to work out for a person like that. But yeah, so it's really important to enjoy it. And if you can enjoy it, then That's the first step. Then you just work on getting better. But yeah, no, it can be a fantastic hobby too. It doesn't have to be a business. You don't have to do YouTube as a business. That might be what you see a lot of people making videos about, how to make so much money on YouTube and, these types of videos, how to grow. A lot of people are searching for that kind of stuff, but maybe you just want to make videos documenting your life. Maybe you want to make videos for legacy reasons. You want to leave something to your kids or your grandkids. You want them to be able to watch you, as your younger self, right? Before, so yeah, there's all kinds of different reasons to do YouTube. As a hobby, I think is a great one. Peanut Cam alone to get millions of views. Maybe I should put that live. Should I put that on live? Maybe I should be in the inset and she should be full screen. I can do that too. I can just make this. I can make that small. I can put this below that, right? Again, so many things here. Let's change this. Let's get rid of the corner rounding. Make that full screen. There. Now I am in the inset. Let's get this message out of Peanut's way. There we go. There. Are you happy? Is that better? Now I am not the focus anymore. Now it's Peanut. You're in for the lobster boil. That'd be good, actually. Usually do a lobster boil for my daughter's birthday every year. I never used to like lobster until I was in my early 20s. But now I do. Fan meet and greet, great idea, but more than a few viewers, not in the Maritimes. Yeah, yeah, not many. Yeah, this is not not a very populous part of the world. Let's just say that. Yes, yeah. So 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours within. So the 365-day period, that's for the watch hours, the 4,000 watch hours. And that's a moving target, right? So after a year, any hours you got fall off the back end as you move forward. But as long as you keep putting videos on your channel and you stick with that, as your channel grows, your watch hours should grow naturally. Session I did with Kevin Colby was great. Yeah, no, that was fun. That was a while ago now. That was December, I think, of last year. Yeah, congrats, Barb, on getting started. What is one simple but powerful way to encourage someone who has never made a video before to start creating on YouTube? That's a good question. I mean, everybody does it for different reasons. Some may do it to make money. Some may do it as a hobby. Some may not want to do it at all. So I guess the way you worded that, the first thing I thought of was, I'm not going to try to convince anybody to start a YouTube channel. I'm not going to do it. It's, people who want to start a YouTube channel can come to me and for advice and questions and for help, and I will help them. But I don't look at it like I'm not going to start going door to door, obviously, but kind of a metaphor. I'm not going to go out there and start saying everybody needs to start a YouTube channel. You need to start one. You need to start one. You need to, right? I'm not about that. You need to want to do it for whatever reason. Maybe it's to make money. Maybe it's to make a little bit of extra money in retirement. Maybe you're already retired and you're looking for something to do, and it's a hobby that can make money or not. So you have to want to do it, is basically my bottom line. Rob, I've been presented some of your shorts lately. What are you creating those with? Opus Clip, opusclip.com. .com? Might not be .com. Just search for Opus Clip and you'll find it. It's an automated thing. You enter the URL of one of your YouTube videos and it will create a bunch of clips for you automatically. So it's a great service. I don't put much effort into my shorts usually. Hey Yvonne, how you doing? Are you trying to get to 100,000 followers by December? Have you hit your follower goal so far? Does follower counter matter after 50,000? Not much. It doesn't matter much. I mean, it does in the sense that when you come out with a new video, your subscribers are the first ones who are notified about that video. So yeah, the more subscribers you have, the greater the initial bump of videos you could get. Okay, but after the testing phase is over, then it's going to come down to how well was your video received by your subscribers. So at that point, it doesn't matter as much. Am I trying to get to? I'm not really trying for anything. I think if I were to project it out right now, I might get there December or January, maybe something like that. I'm getting around 5,000 new subscribers a month at this point. So that means I'm around 5 months away. But, I've had as many as 12,000 in a month. And within the last year, I've had some months where it's been 1,000 to 2,000. So, it doesn't really matter. But having said that, it's a vanity metric is what it is. That's all it is. I can be proud when I hit a certain number, and I'll say when I hit 100,000, it'll be cool because I'll get that silver play button in the mail too, right? That's an acknowledgement from YouTube. It doesn't come with any bonus payment or anything like that. It's just something you can hang on your wall if you want. But it's something you can have fun with. Absolutely. Passion is the key. You guys aren't even listening to me anymore now because Peanut's on the move. She just shifted. That is the U in YouTube. Rock the Dots, how you doing? Good to see you. I have the opposite problem. I hit over 1,000 subs a while ago, but the watch hours aren't quite there yet. So close, yet so far away. Yeah, I did too. I think I was over 3,000 subs before I got my watch hours, but when it happened fast. I just watched your pool video. Sorry, Rob, distracted by great creativity. Okay, I'm going to watch that as soon as this is over, Brooke. I'm going to go watch that because I'm excited. I loved the last time you did that. It was awesome. Didn't get enough views, I didn't think. You should have got more views from that. Oh, I already answered that one, Monkey Wrench. What is your goal? Oh, I don't know. 1 million. 1 million. 5 million. I don't know. Hey, Peanut. Do you use OBS? No, I use Ecamm Live. ECAMM Live. Just keep doing what you're doing, Brooke. You bring an awful lot to the table. Absolutely. Here's a question. I've been going live every day for the past 3 weeks. Every day? Wow. And since then, my numbers have increased dramatically. 50 subs in 3 weeks, but I'm having fun. I credit you for the final push to go live. I'm impressed. Live every day for 3 weeks? How long are your lives? I'd be curious to know. That's some dedication. I applaud you for that. Peanut cannot be brought. No, she's just not interested, is she? Does she look interested? She's not. I could even zoom her in too if you wanted me to. How do I do that? I could. Where's the zoom? Perspective? No. Oh, maybe I can't. I thought I could. I'm sure I can. I'll figure it out another time. Your first meet and greet should be at a public event in your area. Yeah, that'd be cool. Meet at Peggy's Cove. Not on the Black Rocks, though. Hey, Karen. Not Karen. Catherine. Catherine, how you doing? Good to see you. Mine is a hobby, but I am keen to monetize one day. I'm a very long way off that now. It'll sneak up on you, Catherine. It will. And when it happens, I mean, everything is exponential, like growth. It starts off so slow. And then all of a sudden, oh, it picks up. And then it picks up more and more. And it's just, it's exponential growth. I don't know how else to say it. That's the perfect term. It'll happen. You just stick with it. Just like it's going to happen for Brooke very soon. When I get discouraged, I think of the ladybug metaphor in Under the Tuscan Sun. I don't know what that is. Sorry. I mean, it sounds like a movie. I don't know that I've seen that. Is it a good idea to share your video on other platforms like Facebook and Instagram? Nope. Not a good idea. Just leave it to YouTube. Let YouTube find the right audience for your videos, and that will give your channel the best chance at succeeding. You don't want to mess with YouTube's algorithm. Anyone joining now with no explanation? Yeah. Hey, that's the way. Hey, we're past 3 hours now, so I can do what I want. Oh, Phyllis Ledgerwood, welcome to the new crew member. Welcome, Phyllis. Next doc party is next Wednesday, same time. So next week I'm going to have 3 live streams: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday regular, Wednesday for channel members, Thursday for the course pre-order buyers for the live meet and greet. If you have had only one viral video, then time is ticking. Okay. Are you talking about the watch hours? I suppose. But yeah, just keep, yeah. If you've had one viral video, then, and that got you monetized, then I think it'd be smart to figure out why that video did so well and try to do more of them. Like whatever you were talking about in that video, try to, kind of go all the way around, go all around that topic, hit it at different ways, different types of videos, and take advantage of the new subscribers you got from that video. That's something to look at too. If you have, say, 100 videos, but one of them caused you to go viral and that got you monetized, then, you really have to dissect that video. Why did that bring in so many people? What about that video did they like? Look at your retention graph. Where were people dropping off? That might be an indication of what they did not like. And analyze it like that. And make more content that you think those viewers would like to see. And I think you'd be fine. Do a live lobster boil and teach us landlubbers how. I could do that. I can do that. I can do that. I mean, in different ways. I'm getting tired. I'm sorry. It's helped me become better at public speaking. Yeah, live streams absolutely would. Go see what the passion of your viewers are, and don't be afraid to ask them in a post or ask on a taped short. You will discover what they want and go at it with passion. Good advice. It's all about niche and content. My first channel was my sci-fi stories narrated by me, basically audiobooks, 30 to 50 minutes each, but hard to insert all to action. Call to action? I tried Opus Clip 2 and immediately signed up for the service. Agreed, it's so easy. 10 minutes, I can create like 15 shorts. Yeah, it's crazy how easy it is. Reality check for people considering starting a channel. 3.5 million videos uploaded daily. So depending on your niche, you will have a lot of competition. Okay, but what's the other half of that equation? How many people are watching YouTube videos? A lot. Enough to support all of those new videos being uploaded. So I wouldn't necessarily look at it just that way. YouTube is growing 100%. A lot of new content going up, a lot of people, new eyeballs watching content. And you're not really in competition with anybody, only with yourself. If you're a content creator, you can't think, I don't think of anybody else in my niche as my competitors at all. It's not the case. People who like to watch my stuff may not like to watch Kevin Colby's stuff. right? Or Alexa Serenoya's stuff. They'd rather watch theirs, and some people would rather watch me. I'm not competing with them. If it's, do people like to watch your videos? End of story. That's it. It doesn't matter if somebody else is saying the same thing you are. If a group of people would rather watch you than them, then you're good. And there's enough people out there to watch everybody. Everybody has a chance to get good at this. Oh, we got a new sub. Just call me Jules. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you enjoy and learn lots of stuff. All right, maybe I should switch this back. Another quick little oh, no, grab that. Let's make Peanut small again. I'm going to take the spotlight back away from her. Oh, I didn't want to hide her, though, so let's put hers on top like that. Then we can do this. We'll leave her on the screen. There you go. No such thing as competition. 100%. 100% agree. You inspired me to get up and running. My channel is live. Awesome. Crisis converted. Well done. I'm posting my first video this week. I have an intro ready and everything. Awesome. 3.5 billion viewers. That's with a B. Half the planet is watching. Your audience is out there. Yep. 100%. Over 1 billion hours of content watched daily. Yeah, that's a lot. Hi, Rob. Love watching your videos and especially your lives, watching from the east of England. Welcome. Kathy, welcome. Glad to have you here. It is very exciting to start. Very exciting. Across the street from every McDonald's is a Burger King. They don't worry about competition, and neither will I. Hey, that's I didn't know where you were going. I didn't know you were going there with that. I think I'm hungry. But yeah, no, that's a fantastic analogy. That's right. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're both there. People will go to the one they prefer. So that's 100%. No problem, Crisis. We got your back. Friday, Rob will do a live stream of just the camera pointed at the Maritimes map on the wall, and I would watch. Would you? That's a chart of St. Margaret's Bay, which is a bay in the south of Nova Scotia, which is where I am. Focus on where you're going, not the creators. Whoa, that jumped. Where'd it go? There we go. There are plenty of viewers for everyone. Definitely. Watching from Southern Oregon, I have a sound healing meditation channel. My name is Sam. Welcome, Sam. Your only competition is yourself. 100%. I've seen some pretty boring channels blow up. Yeah, well, I mean, what's boring to you may not be boring to others. That's the way it works. Keith is watching from the English East Midlands. Awesome. You like listening? I like listening to your accent. Me? I don't have an accent. You all have an accent. I sound perfectly normal. That's one thing that would be weird, though, if I had a Zoom call with a whole bunch of people in there. Oh, we just got a first thumbs down of the day. Was that from my accent comment? It's all right. Thanks for the engagement. I want to add a second camera to my lives. Maybe I could film the squirrel outside since I don't have a pet. Yeah, people would watch that. Peanut would watch that. You have a live stream of a squirrel, and I'll put Peanut here on my desk, and she'll just stare at that all day long. I used to have, in some of my older videos, I have cat TV on my monitor, and Peanut's just sitting on, on my desk, watching the mice come and go on cat TV. Watching from Israel, Mammy Wang. Welcome, Mammy. Thanks for stopping in. About. Newish subscriber, first live stream. Love your authenticity and your advice. Hi from Australia. Thank you, Boomer Doug. Do we call you Boomer or do we call you Doug? Welcome. It's pretty early in Australia. Must be early morning. Tomorrow morning. You're in the future. Just you're with Catherine. Catherine's in New Zealand. In the future. Squirrels plural. Oops, my last comment sounded like I have a pet squirrel. Some people might have pet squirrels. You remember Cat TV. Yeah. Yeah, so does Peanut. Watching all the way from Kuwait. Holy cow. I've restarted my channel a few times since 2020. The last few months I've stuck with the content and kept improving the quality, stayed consistent. Amazing results. Way to go, Gamer Dad. Oh, cute. Q8. Watching from Kuwait. Q8. I get it. That's a tongue twister. Talk about your house. House. Are any of your friends or family members YouTuber? I watch a channel of a couple. They are from Nova Scotia and Korea. No, my son has a YouTube channel. He doesn't do much with it though, but he's a software developer. Now that's it. Watching from Congo, King Live TV. Welcome. Congo, the middle of Africa. I've never been. I live in the county of Norfolk. Is it Norfolk? Norfolk. And there is a well-known accent here. Whenever you pronounce out, it sounds the same as in the Norfolk accent. Love it. Okay, very good. I got it. Yes, I got it. Everybody having fun here today? That's another thing that I love about these live streams is, now I'm kind of caught up, and I know I missed probably more than half of the questions that were asked, but that's just kind of par for the course, as you regulars probably know. But when I'm not able to ask questions, and when I'm running like a half hour behind when a question was asked, you guys all talk amongst yourselves. And I think that's fantastic. I think that's great. That means I'm building a community that doesn't have to be run by me, right? I don't have to be the host that's always talking. Well, I am always talking, I guess, but you don't always have to listen to me. You guys can be off in the corner somewhere mingling and talking with, the group over here is having a chat, and I think that's great. That's a community. That's a community of like-minded people. You guys all like listening to what I have to say. Which is humbling to me, but no, I love that. I love it. So I highly recommend, whether you want to get this course that I've built or not, if you're considering live streaming, or even if you haven't, if you're considering YouTube and if you're looking for a way to grow a YouTube channel, I highly recommend you look at doing live streams or adding live streaming to your YouTube strategy, because it will multiply. Like it's not like having a second channel. That would be like 1 + 1 = 2. It's like 1 + 1 = 4. It just levels everything up. If you can put yourself out there in another way to have people connect with you, offering yourself up basically in a live stream so that people can talk to you. People will love that. Your viewers will love you for it. So I highly recommend that you do that. It can just level everything up for you. Not to mention all the watch hours that you'll get from a live stream. Like a live stream, you know, even when I was only getting 4 to 10 people showing up in my live streams, it was the thing that was bringing in the most watch hours for me at the time. So, yeah, do it. Doug is fine. Boomer was initially a joke. Hey, Boomer, it stuck. Okay, gotcha. Hey, from Mexico. Hey, Johannes? Johannes? I'm bad at pronouncing names. Welcome. Hello, Norfolk. I am a Filipina teacher working as a caregiver here. Awesome. In Israel, I believe you said. Yeah, the flag is right there. Ironically, my latest game is Fishing North Atlantic, which is based in Nova Scotia. Oh, really? Awesome. Very cool. Angie, watching from California. Welcome back, Angela. Good to see you again. This is fun today. Awesome. Awesome. Attaboy. Miss Biz in the house. How you doing? Going live is amazing for networking, and I want hosts on my channel. It's great. Very good. Awesome. Well done. Paula, how you doing? Hi, Rob. I saw in one of your videos you wrote in your description promoting products that you use and getting compensated. Do you have to be monetized? And you only link to your onto your description. No, you do not have to be monetized through YouTube in order to put affiliate links in your description. Instead, you need to sign up as an affiliate for whatever company you want to be an affiliate of. So, for example, I signed up with Amazon, so I can create Amazon links and then put them in my description. I can earn money from Amazon before I'm even monetized with YouTube. You can earn money whatever. This course that I'm selling, I don't have to be monetized to be able to do that. So getting monetized on YouTube is only to be able to share in their revenue, their ad revenue. Yeah, so many other ways you can monetize. You don't have to wait for that. Chaito's in the house. Brooke is having fun, loves hanging out. Hi, Rob. Love to see you suddenly on YouTube. Suddenly? Boom, here I am. I have 2 channels, one on Classic TV, which is small. Another is A Man from U.N.C.L.E. It has exploded. I would love to go live, but don't know how technically. Not as hard as you think. It's not as hard as you think. Steve's back. Oh, thank God, Steve, you're back. We weren't going anywhere without you coming back. Gotta have YouTuber friends, otherwise you'll go insane. Yep, lots of us out here. We have pet squirrels who sit at the back door until I throw out a handful of peanuts. Peanuts? Definitely agree about the lives. It also highly increased the enjoyment of engagement with viewers. Human interaction is a huge boost. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Love from India. On the same journey. Awesome. Look forward to the Tuesday lives. I'm going live again on Thursday, by the way. I'll let all you guys know. Is it Thursday? Yep. No. This week. Friday. Sorry, Friday. Friday, I'm going to go live. Same time. Extra live this week. You're doing awesome, Catherine. Love your channel. How many long videos average do you need to put out to get monetized? There's really no way to answer that. It could be one. Some people have been monetized with 1 video, and some people aren't monetized with 500. It all comes down to, do people want to watch your video? So you have to make videos that people want to watch, and then YouTube will push it out to more people. And try to just talk to one specific group of people and maybe try to help them out, and that's usually the best route. It's hard being a new YouTube channel. I feel like quitting already. Well, don't do that unless you want to. I mean, you have to like doing it. If you don't like doing it, then I suppose you can give it up. But yeah, you really have to. You have to like doing it. You have to like all parts of it, right? The figuring out of what what to do differently to help your channel grow. That's all part of it. And you do have to enjoy it. Barbara's in Iowa. Awesome. Poodle Professor thinks you're going to sign up for the live course. Awesome. Hope to see you there. Your home state is Iowa. Awesome. Wishing everyone here peace and good. Those are great words. Thank you, Mammy. I'm watching on the TV now. I picture Steve roaming around the house, watching on different devices. Can you promote your own business? Link, store, not relate to Amazon? Absolutely you can. Yeah. If you have a business, I mean, YouTube is a fantastic way to promote a business. It's like free marketing, really. And the better you get at making videos, the more valuable that marketing is, right? So yeah, you can build a website, sell something, and then build a YouTube channel to promote that website. 100%. Absolutely. See you, Sophia. Probably getting close to bedtime in Portugal. Good to see you again this week. Does watching your own content add to your watch hours? I don't know for sure. Probably not. But really, I mean, yeah, I would say probably not. I guess the reason I'm answering it that way is it's not going to move the needle, really. If you're... Here's something. I spent a lot of time and effort and tracking things to get monetized. And I was tracking my watch hours. I had it figured out, how many do I need per day? Tried to map out, okay, if I keep doing this, it's going to happen on then this date and all of that. And I put a lot of effort into that, and it was needless. Once I got there, I quickly realized, why am I even tracking this? It doesn't even matter anymore. Once you're monetized, then the watch hours almost don't matter. It's more about the views, because the number of views is a better measure of how many ads get put in your videos. And the watch hours do matter in the sense that, the longer people are watching your videos, the more chances YouTube has to place ads on them. Yeah, I mean, 4,000, if you got 4,000 watch hours in the last year and you're monetized, then you're probably just monetized, and you may start off with making anywhere from $25 to $200 a month. Who knows where you're at? It depends on what your RPM is, what you're talking about in your videos. There's all kinds of things like that. But by watching your own videos, like another hour here or there on top of 4,000, it's not going to move the needle at all. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. One less thing to worry about, so you can focus on other stuff. I'm starting a channel interviewing elders about their life. Would creating shorts about the funny or emotional clips help drive viewers to the long videos? Maybe. They might. That's an interesting thing to try. You could try that, see if it helps. What do you do when you don't feel motivated anymore? That's a good question, Annie. I take a break. Just take a break. You might need a day off, might need a week off, might need a month off, right? Like your head has to be in the right place to be able to do this. So yeah, absolutely. Just take a break if you need to, if you're talking about yourself. But yeah, if somebody doesn't feel motivated, then it's time to take a break. And, while you're taking a break, maybe you try to think, you might get some new ideas that way. Rob, I've watched on my laptop while making supper, my garage while prepping for my live, now in the living room. So yeah, you're all over the place. Yeah. I feel like I'm surrounding you on all of your devices. The time you spend trying to watch your own channel could be better spent creating new videos. 100% agree. I'm roaming around too. Porch, kitchen now, desk. This is fun. Question, have you done or will you do a video about your studio lighting? What lights you use and settings, etc. You're very well lit. Thank you. Where'd my phone go? Oh, it's on Peanut. Sorry, Peanut. Okay, not going to be able to see very much. Here, let me switch scenes. So this is what I'm looking at. The phone is where I am right now. So up there I have a panel light. And then over here, I've got another panel light. That's pretty much it, except for up there, I have one, but that's more to light up my desk. If I shut that one off, you won't notice much. Here, I'll shut that one off now. Not much difference. Just one little light bubble disappeared from my forehead. There, I'll turn it back on. There, it's back. So that's all that one did. So yeah, I use those two panel lights. No, you don't want that. You guys want to see. Here. I'll leave that set up over there. But yeah, no, I could do a video on that. I haven't. I've mentioned it several times, but I've never made a dedicated lighting video. I don't think so, anyway. It's been such a long journey. How do you keep yourself motivated when it seems like you are not getting momentum as quickly as you think you should? Yeah, so similar question. I just answered that. Just take a break. I took a break for 8 months, actually, after I started because I didn't see immediate results, which I don't know why I expected to get immediate results, but so I took 8 months off. And then another time I took more than that off because I moved to a different house and had to tear things down. And so, yeah, just take a break if you're not motivated because you really do have to enjoy it and your head's got to be in the right frame of mind. Can't believe I made it to Rob's live. Yeah, it's 3.5 hours now. This has been a long one, so I'm going to have to go probably very soon. An hour ago, I had already 1,000 subscribers. Suddenly, it dropped to 964. Can you please explain why it's happening? It could be that, so that much of a drop could be that you had subscribers that were not real. So maybe there might have been bot traffic somehow, got subscribed to your channel, right? And YouTube periodically goes through and eliminates any subscribers that were fake. So that would be my guess. That's what has happened. I don't usually have a drop that drastically, but I do get drops. Let's see. Is it correct that you need 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours? It's watch hours to get monetized. Yes. To get monetized to receive a portion of the ad revenue. Yes, you do. And it's 4,000 watch hours within the last 365 days. Not a calendar year, but the 365 days from today is how much you need to get monetized today. Tomorrow is 365 days from tomorrow, going back 365 days. So it's a rolling window. AI says YouTube does not count any hours from any of your own IP addresses. There you go. There's the answer to that. I wasn't 100% sure, but I was sure that I wouldn't waste very much time on that. But there's proof from Rebecca. Thanks, Rebecca. Dinner now. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to get something to eat soon. It's 5:30 here. Dinner. I don't know. Once again, here in my part of the world, dinner is a confusing word because we have breakfast, lunch, and supper. Sometimes brunch. But dinner, people use the word dinner here, but I always have to say, what do you mean? The thing you eat at noon or the thing you eat at 6 p.m.? What do you mean by dinner? Anyway, are we going down that road again? I've achieved in 5 months. Awesome. That is awesome. Congrats. Have a fantastic night. Listen to Rob. He is my sage guru for my channel. Started with an iPhone 11. Keep rocking that iPhone 11. That is all you need. How? Why am I losing hours towards monetization? 1785, 30 days later, 1697. Probably because you're counting your total watch hours all time. If your channel is over a year old, it only counts the last year, like the last 365 days. So that's a rolling window. You have to keep making videos. As a beginner, I find it very overwhelming as to what editing software to try and use. Not only are there lots of options, but a lot of them cost money, which I'm not willing to do at this point. So if you want to start with a free one, if you're okay with ones that might be a little bit steep on the learning curve and are harder to learn, but is free, that's DaVinci Resolve. It can do a lot of stuff. It's very powerful. A lot of people love it, but I found it a little bit hard to learn for beginners. So there's that. iMovie, if you have a Mac, is free, and it's on your Mac. Okay, so you could go there. Those would be my two suggestions if you don't want to spend any money. That's right, Brooke. Brooke knows. It's got to be within the last year. Bought subscribers would be my guess too. Yep. I like DaVinci, which has a free version. Yep. Even the free version is really good. You're taking a week off right now, Catherine. I've got a virus and need a break. Oh yeah, take care of yourself, Catherine. Absolutely. Best thing you did in business too. Sometimes you need a break. Let your body heal. Let your body recharge. I don't know what you mean. What is that word? Fadge? How do you get Fadge subscribers? I'm thinking that was a typo, but I don't know. I can't think of what that word should have been. Unless that is a word that I just don't know what it means. Supper. Yes, that's what it is. Somebody said supper to them is like an evening snack. Here in North Carolina, dinner gets confused the same way. Yeah, so it's not just here. Maybe it's an East Coast thing. Most of us say tea for our evening meal. Yeah, I've heard that over in the UK. But to me, tea means tea, like something you drink, which I don't happen to love tea, or coffee, actually. I don't drink either. See you Friday. See you, Sheila. Thanks for stopping in. YouTube watch hours and public watch hours are different. Okay, that could be the difference maker too. I knew the dinner supper thing was going to get mentioned again. It's been mentioned a few times, Brooke. Over 3,400 watch hours in general, but in the past 365 days, I'm short 200 of 3,000. Okay, so you're close. Very close. My next target is 10,000 now. I need best audience, channel for dance vlog, and best topics live stream. Fake. Oh, sorry. What was the question then? How do you get fake subscribers? I don't understand how this happens. It was nothing that you do. So it's nothing to really worry about. But sometimes, yeah, I mean, there are people out there selling views. Like, I don't know if illegal is the right word, but it's against YouTube's terms. So some people will buy fake views, like they'll buy views and subscribers and stuff like that from third parties who aren't authorized to sell them, and it's usually fake bot type traffic being run out of a bot farm or something. I watched an AI or a video. It wasn't an AI video. It was a video on AI and how it's being used, and that's one way. People selling basically air for money, and what ends up happening if once YouTube learns that those are fake subscribers, they'll delete them. Okay, so it's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's something that somebody else is doing wrong. So it happens to everybody. Everybody will lose. As YouTube discovers these, they're deleting fake. It's like Facebook. They delete fake accounts all the time too. Same sort of thing. I've heard that channels can be deleted for having bot subscribers, but how can we control or prevent that? You can't. I don't believe your channel can be deleted for having bot subscribers. You could get in trouble if you purposely pay for fake subscribers or things like that. But if you're just making videos and letting YouTube do its thing, you're all good. If you happen to get fake bot subscribers, traffic, whatever, YouTube will get rid of them. You can be confident that YouTube will take care of that problem for you. So nothing to worry about. We don't say pop or soda in the UK. We say fizzy drink. Okay. Fizzy drink. I say pop here. And I believe in the States it's soda or soda pop. It's lunch at noon, Rob? Yes, Catherine, that is correct. That's what I say as well. But I don't say dinner for supper because some people say dinner for lunch. Do you have a favorite? Oh, asking Keith. Well, I can tell you there's a couple that Mr. Alex Tech is a good DaVinci YouTuber. Casey Ferris is another one. Those are two that I can think of. I haven't watched any of their videos in a long time. I haven't used DaVinci in probably 2 years. Fizzy drink, love it. Hey, Rob from Panama. Awesome. Hello, Panama. Viva Costeño. I say midday now after living in Costa Rica for years because they call it that, midday. Okay. Media dia in Spanish, but you get my point. Thanks for the Spanish lesson. Bring your own laptop. I haven't heard of that one. False, maybe, Rob? False subscribers? Is that what we're talking about? I'm starting to lose my train of thought. I'm getting... I might be starting to get hangry, maybe. No, I don't ever get angry. Hungry. Vertical live streams don't count in watch hours, do they? Sure they do. Yeah, they do. Shorts don't count in watch hours, but a vertical live stream, I would think, would. I don't believe that would be classified as a short. Now I'm starting to have second thoughts on that, though. If anybody else knows, feel free to chime in. But I believe that vertical live streams would count towards your watch hours because I don't believe they're classified as a short, even though they're vertical. Yeah, because a short has to be less than 3 minutes. So maybe if you live streamed vertically for less than 3 minutes, would it be classified as a short? Things that make you go, I don't know. Is it better to go live at the same time consistently to build an audience habit or experiment with different times to reach new viewers? I do a little bit of both, actually. I do think it's important to settle on a specific date and time because then it becomes easier to talk about it and advertise to other people. But every once in a while, I do like to do a live stream at a different time because I know I have a lot of subscribers who can't tune in to the time I usually go live because that time just doesn't work for them on the other side of the world, for instance. So it's a good, thoughtful thing to try to do, to try to spread it around, yes. How do you deal with trolls? I delete them. Easy peasy. If there's a trolling comment, a troll as in some... I get, okay. I was first thinking of just negative comments. Just delete them. If by troll you mean somebody that persistently shows up and persistently leaves negative comments, I'll then hide them from my channel and then I'll never ever hear from them again. and there'll be no way for me to get them back either because they'll be hidden from all of my videos, future, past, and present. And there is a way you can unhide them to get them back, but you would then want to probably go through all of the comments in all of your videos to find all of their comments to identify the ones you didn't like to delete them. And that is just too much work. It's impossible at this point, actually, unless you run a script and use AI to help you curate all of your comments from all of your videos and find them. But yeah, so it's like the nuclear option. If you hide somebody from your channel, the thing is that person will, they'll still see their comments, but they'll just see them going unanswered. Okay, so other people won't see their comments and I won't see their comments. So yeah, I rarely use, I've never had a problem with trolls. So I have hidden people over time, but usually I just use delete. Some people refer to the time before 5 p.m. as evening. Those conversations are so confusing to me, Tina. Yeah, I guess if I were to think about it, if I say evening, I generally think of, say, 6 p.m. or later would be the evening. 7 p.m. is evening. 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. is supper time, or dinner for some of you. You think they do count? Yeah, I do too. I don't know the answer to that one. Do people who watch YouTube on TV see community posts? It probably has to do with the app that's on your TV and how was that designed? Was that app designed to also show community posts? So that might be yes in some cases. It might be no in other cases. Like Samsung TV has their own YouTube app. Apple TV has a YouTube app. Right? So depending on what YouTube app you're using, it may have different features enabled. So you might get different answers. No, I didn't hide you because I see you right here. You have gnomes in your garden. Very good. I feel like I'm jumping in on a conversation I wasn't part of. I'm just roaming around the room, all these conversations going on, and I'm, hey, what are you guys talking about? Well, what are you guys talking about? That's what I feel like right now. I could use some trolls to get my subs up. Trolls don't typically subscribe, I don't think. Well, maybe they do. Trolls are great. They contribute to engagement. When I thank them for it, they seem to disappear. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. 3 hours and 45 minutes. That's long enough. I've got work to do, and I've got food to eat. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun today. This was fun. If you haven't yet, go check out the course that I've just launched, pre-launched. If you're interested, you can scan that QR code that I've got on the screen right there. You can scan that with your phone. It'll take you to the landing page where you can learn more about it. It's going to be $497, but it's only $197 now until next Thursday, when I'm going to go live with a special live with just myself and everybody who pre-ordered, and we can talk about what else we're going to add to the course. That'll be fun. Yeah, if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me directly. My email address is workwith@robthemaritimer.com. That's just my regular email address. Feel free to reach out that way. Look for a new, the YouTube Kickstart Kit. That's a new free download that I'm going to be offering either by the end of tonight or tomorrow. And I'm going to have that out soon. I posted a new video today on why I think you should live stream, or why my channel exploded once I started the live stream. Coming out with another video on Thursday. About storage and backup solutions for content creators. Then I'm going to come out with another live on Friday, same time, another one of these for everybody on Friday, and then we're into the weekend. So have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your supper wherever you are. Enjoy your evening, and keep smiling, keep creating, and have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.